And gentlemen, it is AFC Wild Card weekend, and we're ready to go. We are ready to go. I'll be streaming all these playoff games. So if you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell, turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. It's going to be a great one. We got both games going today. Chargers, Texans. After this one, we will be doing the Steelers and the Ravens as well. Steelers and the Ravens as well. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. So make sure you guys lock it in. I'm excited for this one. Much love to the Wrench Gang. Much love to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers as we prepare to get started. I just had some good food, y'all. I had some good food. I didn't have much of a breakfast, but I had some good food for sure. And I'm energized. I'm ready to go. We're here for 8 hours. We are here for 8 hours. We got two games, two important games, two of the biggest games of the playoffs. Texans, Chargers, Chargers, Texans, Steelers, Ravens, Ravens, Steelers. And we are here for it, ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to get started. As for the voting goes, the early polls, 70% for the Chargers, holding it down, leading the way. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised as far as with my predictions. I gave the edge to the Chargers. Not saying that it's not going to be a good one, because I think it will be. It's not going to be easy, but I did give the edge to the Chargers in this one, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. Shout out to you, Michelle. Says I'm rooting for the Chargers and the Steelers. I'm excited. I'm excited. I definitely think the Chargers have, that advantage. Steelers, I'm not too sure about. I think, Zay Flowers being out, sure, that matters, but, that Steelers defense may be able to throttle Derrick Henry and create some problems. And so, like I said in my prediction video, the question for me is whether or not Russell Wilson is going to step up, right? If we get the Russell Wilson who looks at the game for what it was and looks at the game from his Seattle days and go out there and plays with his IQ instead of relying on talent, then yeah, it'll be a game. It will be a game. But if we get the, Russell Wilson that tries to do too much and thinks that he's Superman, I think that's going to lead into some problems. For sure. For sure. Kenny Elliott, what up, man? Shout out to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Kathy says, hey, let's go Chargers. Greetings from Tijuana, Baja, California, Mexico. Let's go. Shout out to you guys as we prepare to get started. You guys know the drill. It's playoffs. It is playoffs. It is wild card. It's going to get crazy. So let's break some records today. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Let's try to get to 100 before kickoff. Let's try to get to that 100 before kickoff. Let's make it happen as we get through the pregame introductions. So as far as the spread goes, Chargers favored by 2.5. The over under is 41.5. Money line is -162 for your Chargers, plus 138 for the Texans as we prepare to get started here. Let me make sure that my screen is good. Yeah, we're good there. All right, perfect. Says, well, I like to see the Steelers win, but I think the edge of the Ravens, without a doubt. 100%. Dante Rose, what up, yo? Says, good afternoon, Jay. Just finished watching Breaking 2 and now ready for today's game. You calling the action. Yeah, man. Without a doubt. Keep up the great work. And I got Steelers 24-21 in Houston, 24-27. Ooh, going against the grain on both sides. Okay. Like I said, I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. It's going to be a crazy one for sure. Shout out to you, Wendy Lee. Says, hey, Jay, glad to be here. It's about my Chargers. I'm in SoCal. The air quality is a beast. I'm so glad the game and you are here. Shout out to you, Wendy Lee. Hope you guys are okay out there. Everyone in California that's going through things right now, definitely keep them in your prayers. And, rest in peace to those who are lost. It's a really sad situation. and hopefully they can get some help and some kind of relief to those individuals. I don't think any words can be said as far as what's going on in California. We see it on the news, we see the pictures, we hear the cries for help, and obviously there's a lot that the government needs to do, and that's what we need to see happen. So, James Bottoms, what up, man? What's going on with you, Elliot? Kenny Elliott says, I'm just chilling, Jay. Let's go Chargers. I see you, bro. I see you. Meme Mechanics says, go Texans. I got it being close. I agree. I'm not saying it's going to be a landslide victory for the Chargers, even though they have the edge. I do think it's going to be a game. The Chargers will have to earn it, but I just think there's a little bit more fight on that side that's going to happen against these Texans in this game. So, shout out to you, Chad. Appreciate you, bro. Gay Smasher in the building. What's up, Gay Smasher? Cedar Key, Florida Bills Mafia in the house. Let's go. Today, I'm not on the Gulf of America. Yeah. Oh, man. Shout out to you, Purple. The family in the building. Marvel Sky, what up, yo? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, y'all. We are getting ready for kickoff momentarily, getting through these commercials and, of course, the pre-game activities. We're at 30 likes. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We're trying to get to 100 before kickoff. Frank White, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you, Tyrone. The playoffs. We're talking the playoffs, y'all. This ain't practice. This ain't practice. This the playoffs. We've been waiting for this time. We're here now, and all the chips are on the table. All the talking stops, all the prediction stops, all the analysis, all the analytics and the breakdowns and who's going to do this and who's going to do that. It's all out now. We're going to see it on the field, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. Marble Sky, I gave the edge to the Chargers. Blind Faces, what do you think of the national anthem before the game? And let's go Texas. I'm a huge Houston Texans fan. I didn't hear it yet. I didn't hear it. We're just we're diving right in. Shout out to you, Michelle. So this is not a fan, or this is not a drill. This is not a drill. I got to get my glasses. All the fans in the chat, give it up for Jay. Shout out to you guys as we get ready to get started here. Texans will be sending it to the Chargers first as we get going here momentarily. Shout out to you guys. Joyce B, what up, though? Win or go home. Win or go home. National anthem was epic. I got to go back and look at it. I didn't have a chance to. I was getting prepared to get the stream started. But all right, here we go. Here we go. Playoffs, y'all. First game of the playoffs. I'm excited. I'm glad to be here with you all. We had a great time last night for the Ohio versus Texas game. That was a hell of a time. The Buckeyes came out with the win, and that was great. But here we are back to the NFL. Chargers, Texans, ladies and gentlemen. As we get to kick off, the Chargers will be receiving the ball here, and here we go. As this will be taken here at the goal line. They bring it out, hits that left side, still going. We'll get to about the 25. And that is where they will start. 1st and 10, Chargers. Justin Herbert, the man who has been criminally underrated, overlooked, now in the playoffs with McConkey and all these individuals who will definitely be able to contribute and ready to go. 1st and 10. LOL Anime says, I'm a Bills fan. I want the Texans to win. All right. We'll see. We'll see, chat, without a doubt. Here we go. 1st and 10 as we have motion, 4 wideouts. Herbert changing the play here. And this is going to be a handoff right up the gut. Run for maybe 2 yards. It's now going to be 2nd and 8 as Dobbins gets it going for 2 yards on the play. Shout out to Deborah. Says, Jim, coach, Chargers probably win, but want kid Texans. Okay. The traveling alien says, anybody but Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It's like anybody in the AFC besides the Chiefs. Just anybody. Jeff King, what up, bro? Good to see you. Says Chargers got this. Sorry, Houston fans. Shout out to you, Jeff King. What's up, bro? The legendary Jeff in the building. Handoff here, left side, breaking tackles. Another nice shifty move there for Dobbins as he'll pick up the first down for these Chargers. 8 yards on the run. It's now 1st and 10 at the 37 for your Chargers. Robert said, I do need Ladd McConkey on a first touchdown scored on a free bet. Oh, you asking? Not the anytime. He's got the first touchdown scored. He said he said I want the real odds. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 10 seconds on the play clock as Houston showing a 5-man rush here. Herbert looking, takes a snap, pressure, play fake, drops back, throws to the middle. That's caught just short of the first down. They may give it to him. I think it's going to be maybe 2nd and 1 here. We'll see where they spot the ball. Jay, who do you think is going to win? I was giving the edge to the Chargers. That was my prediction. Shout out to Blake as well as Jose for liking the stream over on Facebook. I appreciate you guys holding it down over there. So they're going to give him another first down. They'll say that he did cross the line as the Chargers are here at the 47. Herbert takes the snap, looking, throws left now, and that's going to be another solid pickup. 7 yards on the catch, and it's now 2nd and 3 as Disley gets involved. Catch for 7 yards. I got fantasy points on McConkey. Okay. I'm a Commanders fan, so I don't really pay much attention to AFC teams, but I do respect Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, Jim's got a lot of respect. Him and his brother, they've definitely made a huge mark on the NFL for sure. So here we go. 2nd and 3 as Herbert back under center. We have motion as this will be a handoff here, right side, getting through, breaking tackles and dragging people with him. This will be Dobbins picking up 8 yards on the play as the Chargers get down to the 38. It's now 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Quick shout out to MJG DPM for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Here we go. 1st and 10 as we're approaching the 11-minute mark here in this first quarter. Texans defense having a hard time stopping these Chargers as Herbert play fake, looking, rolls left side, high throw. That's going to be caught in traffic. 15 yards. That's to Fisk as the Chargers will get to the 23, 1st and 10. And there's also an injury here. Texans cornerback, it looks like, that's injured on the play. Trying to see what actually happened here. Maybe took a cleat to the leg, the inner thigh, it looks like. He's grabbing the inner thigh. So that's going to be a injury timeout here. It looks like Shire is down for the Texans, and that's significant for this defense. You hope that he is okay. Quick little timeout, commercial break. Shout out to you, Mr. Kojak.
MC Conky the Hunky, my brother.
Coming through with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donation. I'm not going to say it. She said it. I'm not going to say it. Appreciate you, Mr. Kojak. We'll let the ladies say that kind of stuff. I'm not going to repeat it, but I appreciate you. Darv says, hey, Jay, I get the game on Paramount Plus, but you have better commentary, so I'm still here listening to you. Shout out to you, Darth. I appreciate you. Let's go. Robert says, does anyone know the record between both Harbaugh brothers? I only know that one Super Bowl win by the Ravens over the 49ers. We're talking playoffs or regular season? Because that's a good question. I mean, that's something we can definitely look up for sure. Obviously, I'd probably give it to John, though. Shout out to you, Philip. Wrench Gang in the building. Mr. Kojak trying to get me in trouble. Shout out to you guys. 123 viewers. We're at 57 likes. Still trying to get to that 100. We need 43 more likes, 43 more thumbs up to get to that 100 mark. Make sure you keep hitting that thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel as we take a quick timeout commercial break. Al Shire is down on the field for the Texans, and we're currently in an injury timeout. Injury timeout. Let's see here. Let's look up the record. We're on this quick timeout. So it says John Harbaugh has a 3-0 record against Jim Harbaugh. And John Harbaugh has a winning percentage of 0.617 with 184 wins and 114 losses. Jim has a shorter, obviously, NFL career than John with 118 wins and 46 losses. So there you go. Playoff record is 12-10 versus Jim's 5-3. So there is your numbers. Shout out to you, John. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you holding it down over on Facebook. Let's go. Gary, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. It says, I'm a Texans fan, but still bet them losing. Interesting. I mean, listen, so you got to go, when it comes down to betting, you got to get outside of your emotions. I get it. But here we go. Chargers 1st and 10 as we have motion. Herbert drops back, has plenty of time, goes high, and that's incomplete. Try to fit it over to McConkey. A little high, a little overthrown. That's going to lead to 2nd and 10 here at the Texans 23. Lewis says, let's go Chargers. If the Chargers win, donating 25 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's go. Dart says, I'm rooting for the Chargers because I have been trolling Chiefs fans that the Chargers are going to beat them, and I'd like to keep the troll going for another week. There's a lot of people who would like to see that. But here we go. 2nd and 10 as McConkey motions. Herbert under center. This is going to be a play fake. Looking again, just toss right side on the screen. Cuts back into the middle. And we'll pick up, looks like just short of the first down as Disley picks up 9. It'll be 3rd and 1 as Al-Shaair has returned to the game from that injury. So Al-Shaair is back, and he seems to be ready to go. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 at the Texans 14. Texans looking to try and pick up a first down here. Says you only do that when your team is the New York Jets, then you can bet against them and win. It's like you're going to be right a lot of the time in the regular season. But here we go. 3rd and 1. 3 seconds on the play clock. Handoff here. And no, it looks like he won't get it. He'll get taken down as that's going to be a loss of 2 yards here for Dobbins. It's now 4th and 3 at the Texans 16. The defense steps up. That's Fadakasi and Bullock on the defense getting the stop there. It's now 4th and 3, and the Chargers will be forced to kick a field goal. Here we go. Vinny T, what up, man? Shout out to you. Need the refs banned from the Chiefs. All right, here we go. Field goal is up. That looked like it was going to go wide right. Curve right back in, and that's going to be good. Chargers will strike first. It is now 3-0 with 9 minutes and 37 seconds in the first quarter. Quick little timeout commercial break. I got $100 on this. Okay. What was the odds? Minus like 130 or something like that? 130? 165? Minus 165? Something like that. Chargers favored. Harbaugh ain't losing this game, guaranteed. Listen, like I said, I gave, the Chargers the edge. I think they have, a stronger offense. The defense has been pretty good. So, I think the question is at this point, what's CJ Stroud going to do? Is he going to play his best game, or is he, stuck in that slump mode? So that's the question as we keep it going. We're at 70 likes, y'all. We need 30 more. 30 more to get to that 100. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate the love and support as we keep it going. Quick little timeout. Commercial break. Quick shout out to Omar for liking the show on Facebook. I appreciate you. Tyrone says, bend but don't break. That is the statement, right? That is what you'd want to see from your team. Bend but don't break defense. This is the playoffs, right? Win or go home. Shout out to you, Brian. What's going on with you, bro? Says, hope all is well. Go Bills. Yeah, man. Tomorrow's going to be wild. Tomorrow is going to be crazy. Today's going to be crazy. We got a lot of football to cover. We got these Chargers, these Texans. After this, we got the Steelers and the Ravens. So we got some hours of football. But don't worry, we're doing both games. I will be here. I'm probably get tired in that second game toward the third quarter. But guess what? Something's gonna wake me up. I already know something's gonna wake me up. Somebody gonna make a big play and wake me up. So we'll be good to go. Let's keep it going. And tomorrow we got 3 games, but I'm doing 2 tomorrow. James Wild says, can Pitt beat Baltimore tonight? The biggest question we've been asking is, what kind of Russell Wilson are you getting? And I think that is what determines that question, right? We know that TJ Watt and that Steelers defense is going to do their best as trying to contain things. Can they give Russell Wilson enough time to figure it out and put something together? So here we go. Kickoff back to the Texans after the field goal. This is going to be a touchback as they'll take it from the 30. It's now 1st and 10 as CJ Stroud and company trot out to the field. 9 minutes and 37 seconds left in this first quarter here as the Texans will take over. Ravens without Flowers is going to be interesting. That's what I've been hearing. We'll see. Vinny T says Bills going all the way this time. We got a lot of football, y'all. We got a lot of football. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Texans as Stroud directing traffic here. The Chargers showing a 4-man rush as Stroud takes a snap, pressure, quick throw. This will be caught here. Ball comes out. Oh, no. The ball came out, and this may be ruled a fumble and Charger ball that fast. Oh, no. Wow. First possession, first play, that ball is caught, football move made, punched out, and that's going to be recovered by the Chargers. Wow. That is not what you want to see. I'm trying to see if the knee hit the ground first. No, that ball came out before the knee went down. And that's a tough break to get this game started here, as it looks like the Chargers will have this ball. Shout out to Kent. Says cheering for the Bills if the Pack are out. Shout out to you, Kent. I appreciate you, bro. Let's go. Donald, what up, man? I mean, they keep showing that replay, but that knee was in the air. So this will be Charger ball. Okay. So Chargers will have it at the 27. 1st and 10. First and 10. That is a bad move there to get things started. But here we go. As we have motion, Herbert takes a snap. They go with the handoff here. Right side. Pickup of about 8 yards. It's now going to be 2nd and 2. And let's see here. Main mechanic says shut out. Go back up here. Says, no, you don't want to see that. No, you don't. What up, Philip? Says, this is what I wanted to see. All right, here we go. 2nd and 2 for these Chargers. 14 seconds on the play clock as the Texans showing the blitz. Herbert takes a snap. This will be a handoff right up the middle, spins, and will pick up the first down there on the run. That's going to be Edwards for 3 yards. It's now 1st and 10 at the Texans 22 as we approach the 8 minutes here in the first quarter. Roberts says, get that ball right back. They're going to try. They are going to try. 1st and 10. I kind of like the package that, Harbaugh's put together, right? For the most part, the Chargers have been poised, confident, making the right plays. But here we go. 1st and 10. Herbert under center. Dobbins in the backfield. Play fake. In trouble, and Herbert will go down. That is a loss of 9 yards, and this will lead to a 2nd and long situation. 2nd and 19 back at the Texans 31. So finally, Texans defense getting a solid stop and backs up the Chargers to the 31. 2nd and 19. Shout out to you, Lori. Let's go. Says Commander stopped Derrick Henry, but couldn't stop Flowers in the first half of the game. When they played the Ravens, Flowers is a big part of their offense. I agree. Definitely a big part. But I think Wallace coming in, he hopefully he can step up and fill that role. This is going to be dropped. Oh no. Dissly had it in his hands, couldn't hold on. That would have been an easy first down, as he was probably anticipating the hit and started running before he had the ball. But it's going to be 3rd and 19 now at the Texans 31. So here we go. 7 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock in this first quarter. Herbert back in the shotgun. 4 wideouts as he takes a snap. Quick throw right side. That's going to be caught here. Tries to make a move. Gets to the 21. And this will lead to a 4th and 9 situation as Chark catches that for 10 yards and another Chargers field goal. Another Chargers field goal. Like you said, Tyrone, bend but don't break. Carl and Tracy, what up? Good to see you. Good to see you. So another field goal coming up here. Try to make it a 6-point game. But that's really good by the Texans defense, right? We have to give them credit because they've stopped them from scoring touchdowns, held them to 2 field goals. And so, for me, I think that's a win. That's a win for the Texans defense. And so now, you're saying, okay, we've stopped this Chargers team from scoring touchdowns. Now let's get the offense going. CJ, get something going, get some offense working. And, hopefully you can bounce back from that fumble and move forward. DJ Gene, my prediction was for the Chargers. That was my prediction. Says, and start the offense all over again. Yeah. Start, shake it off, start that offense right over, and then I'll figure it out from there. So Bills fans should send some chrysanthemums because they need flowers. I don't know. I don't know what that is. We're going to keep it going. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Score 6-0 after 2 field goals by the Chargers. Chargers capitalize on the fumble by the Texans as it's now going to be the Texans' ball and their second possession coming up soon. So, yeah, I don't know what that is. We're at 85 likes. We need 15 more to get to that 100, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support as we keep it going. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications, that way you don't miss a stream. I got to get my glasses, y'all. I got to get my glasses. These small words are getting difficult to see. These small letters are getting difficult to see. I got to get my glasses. With that said, should have went Poinsettia instead of Christianium. I got to look this up now and see what it is. I'll probably do that during halftime. Want to see my Texans win, but don't want to lose $100. You put yourself in a pickle, right? Did you bet with your logic and hoping that your team wins with your heart? It's kind of weird, right? Get your glasses, likes are 79. It moved. It moved after I said that, Juan. It moved after I said that. Ken says, you 55 too? Listen now. I ain't that. I'm getting old, but I ain't that old. All right. I got a little bit of time before 55 comes. But yeah, I got to get my glasses for sure. For sure. Or at least increase the text size. Let's see if I can increase the text size. Yeah, I'm not going to change that. Says I'm drinking one for you, Jay. Not sure how to send money. Listen, either you can do Cash App, Venmo, or Super Chat. Either one, whichever one works for you. Like I said, I thank you guys for whatever you can do, without a doubt. You guys know I'm not greedy. I love giving back to you all. I'm very appreciative of you guys. Some tips for sure. Tips and donations. I appreciate it. All right. So the Chargers send it back to the Texans. It's going to go to the 30 as they'll start for their 1st and 10 with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in this first quarter. It kind of looks like this game is moving fairly fast. You've already had 2 possessions for the Chargers and now the second possession for the Texans. And we're only got 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Here we go. Stroud under center as they go with the handoff here left side. And that's going to be a pickup of maybe 3 to 4 yards. Call it 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 as Mixon gets going. And the Texans will be at their 33. Tom says pinch to zoom. Yeah, meant to pinch to zoom. Just go like this. I got to make it bigger. All right, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. Big Show Entertainment. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Been a while. Here we go. 2nd and 7 as this is going to be a handoff and no gain. Maybe they give him a yard. I don't think he made it. Looks like maybe a yard on the run. It's going to be 3rd and long now at the Texans 33. This Chargers defense stopping the run. And so now you're forcing CJ Stroud to go on the pass. We'll see how this goes. Says, I just realized that I'm out of milk. I moved on the 1st of January and can actually hit the supermarket with a stone from my apartment. Hey, Jay, do you want that Marie Callender's pie? Yes, I do. That Dutch apple pie. Here we go. 3rd and 7. Texans. Chargers showing a 4-man rush. 4 seconds on the play clock. Stroud takes a snap. They bring 5. In trouble. Gets out of it. Rolls right. Still going. Throws and almost picked off. That is almost picked off. It's going to be incomplete. And this will be a 3-and-out. Texans will punt it away. And we talked about this, right? We talked about CJ Stroud coming in this game, playing to the best of his ability, letting the game come to him. Nobody was over there. He threw it into a sea of white jerseys. No one's over there. That ball should have been picked off. It should have been picked off. Fortunately for him, it was not. But the Texans will punt it away. With 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter. So here we go. As the kick is off. Pretty good punt. As this is going to be a fair catch, and that is going to lead to a flag. Contact on the fair catch. And just when you think things couldn't get any worse, it's starting to get worse. Contact on the fair catch, and that's going to push the Chargers down even further. It's close. I don't know if you consider that. I mean, he did run to the right side. I don't know if you. I don't think you call that. I know that Chargers fans would definitely want it, but there's a big discussion here. And wow, they're gonna give it to him. It's fair catch interference. Like I said, he ran into him there. So I just don't think that it should have been called, but they gave it to him. That's wild. So the Chargers will have it after the punt. 1st and 10. Smashley, what up? Good to see you. What up, Colby? Good to see you as well. Says goes fast when you don't have yellow laundry all over the field. I agree. We're down to 4 minutes and 58 seconds. DJ Genius has got this barbecue going today. I just finished the turkey breast. Now it's just the ribs and the beef roast. Man, you got it going, huh? The turkey breast, the ribs, the beef roast. Okay. Out there on the grill, hitting it hard. Let's go. Shout out to you guys for getting us to that 100 likes. Let's keep it going. I appreciate you. Philip says, my lady wants to know if taking the boat to Jay's stream is code for day drinking in the garage. Has she figured it out, Philip? when you say you're going to the boat, it's football in the garage. Wendy Lee says, I want my Chargers to get a touchdown, but I guess I will take a win any way I can get it. Oh, that food sounds delicious, without a doubt. I think it's one of those things where intention doesn't matter. If you hit the fair catcher, you're called for it. Yeah, but he ran into him. I think that's the problem, right? It wasn't like so it wasn't intentional, but he was forced into the situation. And I think that's the problem, right? He didn't have the option to move. So, but hey, it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. Chargers ball. They're up 6-0. And we'll see where they spot the ball here once we come back from the commercial break. Shout out to you, Robert. We'll keep it flags. We'll keep it flags. But we're not, he's not the only one that uses that word, right? He's not the only one that says it like that. But I get it. I definitely get it. Where we at? Where are we at? Shout out to y'all on Facebook holding it down. I appreciate you guys as well. Let's go. Says, I agree with you. I think there should be a 5-yard incidental and a 10 to 15-yard intentional. Yeah, that would make sense. Hey, did you hear they're getting rid of the new kickoff rules, or they're thinking about it? I wonder why. I wonder why they're thinking about getting rid of the new kickoff rules. It was stupid to do in the first place. We'll get to that for the morning show next week, because we need to talk about it. I was so aggravated when I seen that. Like I said, we'll talk about it during the morning show next week. But here we go. 1st and 10. The Chargers will have it here at it looks like the 30. Looks like the 30 is where they will start. Shout out to Michelle, says, hanging back and doing some chores. Thank goodness for my day drinking in the garage. Good marriage advice for Jay and the newlywed situation coming his way. Shout out to you, Michelle. I appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we keep it going here, Chargers at the 35, as it's now 1st and 10. We have motion. Play fake, throws out to the flat left side, and there's going to be a flag for holding here. There will be a flag for holding, and that's going to push the Chargers back. We'll see who the call is on, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be holding here. Refs will once again discuss what's going on. They're like, listen, we didn't throw enough flags earlier, so let's go ahead and get them all out of our system now. They're going to say an ineligible downfield pass, so it'll be 1st and 15 at the 30 now. 1st and 15. Because the rules suck. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to you, Christopher. Let's go, bro. Too cold to barbecue, so I settled for a Dagwood Bumstead sandwich. It ain't never too cold to barbecue. You get that grill going, you get it going, throw the meat on, go back in the house, just don't forget it. just don't forget it, or just, hang out in the garage. Don't put the grill outside the garage door, because, you don't want to cook inside, but, it's never too cold to barbecue. As this is going to be a run right side, maybe a gain of a yard for Dobbins. 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. What up, Nan? Shout out to you. It says cold and snow here. Got my 14-piece patio set out. 2 chairs and a 12-pack. That's how you do it. Last night on the barbecue was Bevo. Yay to the chefing it up in the chat. Ranch goes on salad and Doritos. I made breakfast, sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Michelle, I have not had sausages and biscuits in a long time. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits in a long time. That sounds really good. 2nd and 14 as Herbert looking, throws high, and I think that was batted because Herbert definitely had some contact there, and there's also going to be a flag. Wow. This is going to be on the defense here, as it is now 1st and 10 at the 36 for the Chargers. Defensive holding. Defensive holding. Barbecue is always on time, without a doubt. Ji-Young, what up, man? So what'd you miss? You missed 2 field goals and a Texans fumble. Score 6-0. Rob says, you guys are making me hungry. Listen, I just ate a lot. I'm over full. I'm trying to fight the itis. I'm fighting the itis right now. Here we go. 1st and 10. As we have motion here, Herbert takes a snap. This is going to be a handoff left side as Edwards looks like he's going to pick up maybe a yard in the play. Now 2nd and 9 at the 37. So now the Texans defense, right, getting some good chemistry going, getting a couple stops, holding, these Chargers at bay, as we're now down to 3 minutes and some change here in the first quarter. Trent, what up, man? What's going on with you? Wendy Lisa's got that turkey burger and fries cooking and a nice drink. All right. Yeah, the itis. I had a chicken cheesy broccoli pasta. It was so good. 2nd and 9. Here we go. It's the pasta that gets you. Play action. Herbert looking. Throws right side incomplete. Left side incomplete. I apologize. And it's now 3rd and 9. Try to get it to Haskins. And he was tripped up on the play. 3rd and 9. Shout out to Josh Hawkins. What up, man? Shout out to you, bro. Let's go. So now 3rd and 9 for these Chargers as Haskins trips up. 2:53 in the clock left in this first quarter. 15 seconds on the play clock. And Herbert trying to get his offense back in stride here. They were doing fairly well in the beginning, and now at this point, they've started to become a little stagnant as it's now 3rd and 9. Here we go. Herbert takes a snap, looking, throws high, wobbly ball, and that is almost caught. But it is not. That's going to be incomplete. 4th and 9, as this will lead to a 3 and out. 3 and out. Chargers will punt it away. So now the Texans have a chance of, coming down, scoring, and potentially taking the lead, right? Get some offense going. Find your chemistry, right? Make some plays. And I think that's where CJ Stroud's head should be at this point, because your defense is keeping you in it. The punt is basically blocked, but it still makes its way down to the 28. So it may have been just tipped, but it still makes it down to the 28 on the other side. Good pressure by Ross on the tip there. It looks like he just got his hands on the ball, as that will go to the 28, it looks like there. The tide might be turning. We'll see. We'll see. Jay, I have the Lions beating the Chiefs. Well, we got to get there. We got to get there. That is a fact, Michelle. That is exactly who you trust. Trust the curvy mom when you want good food. Tipped. Yeah, it was tipped. It was tipped. Let's go. All right, where are we at? We've got 110 likes. The next goal will be 150, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you hit that like, that thumbs up. We are 40 away from that 150 as we keep it going here. Score is 6-0. Texans just got the ball back in a punt that was tipped. They'll have it at their 28, 1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in this first quarter. Seasoning is the key for great cooking. No, that is not the key. Seasoning is an ingredient you need for great cooking. But the key to great cooking is love. The key to great cooking is love. Once you realize that, that's when you start to see how good food really is. Timeout commercial break, y'all. He's like, Jay, tell him about the love. Let's go. Quick shout out to you guys on Facebook for liking. I appreciate it as we keep it going. Yeah, that is the key to great cooking, because if you love what you're doing, if you love what you're making, everything is going to come out the right way. Shout out to you, Philip. we love those for sure. For sure. Bills and Lions Super Bowl, the battle for one. Interesting. Okay. All right. So here we go. As we get back to it, Texans will be at their 28, 1st and 10 as CJ Stroud and company come back out on the field here. Let's see if they can string something together this time, right? They've basically struggled in the start of this game, and their defense has been keeping them in it. So here we go. 1st and 10 as we have motion right side, 4 wideouts, Stroud in the shotgun. The Chargers bring 4, a quick throw and a slant. This is going to be caught. Big catch. Nice yardage. That's going to be 13 yards here for Woods, as the Texans will get to the 45 now on the Charger side, 1st and 10. This is another key to cooking. Don't leave the grill. Yeah, don't just leave the stove unattended. Don't leave the grill unattended. We don't want burned food. Here we go. Play action. Stroud throws another good catch in the middle of the field. As are they going to say this is a catch or not? Yay or nay? And it is. That's another 1st down for the Texans. All right. The Bills want those Lions because they want to beat the best. I mean, I think the Eagles will like to have a conversation as well, though. But here we go. 1st and 10. Play action. Right side throw incomplete. That's to Michi. This will lead to 2nd and 10 at the Chargers 45. We're down to 1:25 left in this first quarter. Since last night when I was cheering on the Buckeyes to the Natty, the Bevo mascot on the Texas Longhorns was roasted at my house. Look at that. Look at that. Not gonna lie, them Buckeyes, they started off kind of shaky, then scored, then they got it together. That defense, that Buckeyes defense, that's gonna be something to pay attention to against Notre Dame. I'm excited for that one as well. But here we go. Pressure as CJ Stroud will go down, and that's gonna be a sack, loss of about 6 yards. As Bosa on the play, and that'll back the Texans up to the 50. It's now 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. Shout out to you, Josh Hawkins. I appreciate you, yo. I appreciate you. Says Bluetooth thermometer. Wow. Okay. I love technology. Okay, yeah. Give me the Bluetooth joint. Hook it up right to the phone. Get the updates on the phone. That way you ain't burned your stuff. Okay, I like that. I might have to check that out. Here we go. 3rd and 15. 2 seconds on the play clock. Stroud takes the snap, quick throw to the middle, and this will be caught, but well short. It'll be 4th and 6 at the Chargers 41. And that's going to take us down here to the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. Bosa, right? I think Joey's the forgotten about Bosa sometimes, right? Everybody focuses on Nick. And forget that other guy on the Chargers. And this year it's his time, right? Last year it was Nick. This year it's Joey. So here we go. 4th and 6. They got 15 on the screen. 4th and 6, and let's see what they decide to do. Tom says, give us the Commanders to win our first on 30th anniversary of losing to Washington. Okay. Timeout commercial break. Stroud looks like he's aged 10 years. That's the stress. That's what that stress will do to you. That's that stress. Nan says, Jay for president. Listen, they wouldn't be ready for me. That's all I gotta say. They wouldn't be ready for me. We would have one of the most abundant and prosperous countries ever if I got in that chair. Tom says, I don't think Washington has it in them though. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, rookie quarterback, as much as I think Jaden Daniels is great. I think it's a little too fresh for him. Those lights may be a little too bright, but we'll see what happens. You don't need all the stress? Yeah, I don't want it either. I don't want it. I was told that I could like run for like, local seats and things like that, and I should, but I don't like politics. I like talking politics, but I don't like politics because there's people love to get dirty in politics, and let's just say like I don't want to be petty. I'm more of a hands-on person. I'm not gonna be the person to put up the ads and stuff. I'm gonna come see you directly. That's why I don't want to get into it. But we'll leave it there. I'm gonna come see you directly if there's some crazy commercial about me, yo. That's all I'm saying. Orange says, who do you have winning? I gave the edge to the Chargers. Says I'm a Commanders fan, and I think they are too inconsistent for the Super Bowl. I think they could make it to the NFC Championship, though, lose to the Lions. I mean, listen, I think the NFC is in this weird situation right now where you have to go through the Lions no matter what, right? So I think that's the scenario. No matter who wins, because everyone I think has a solid shot at it, the end game will be the Lions when it comes down to it. So that's just a reality of it. But the Texans will go for it here on 4th and 6 as the Chargers load the box. And Stroud is, I don't think they're really going to do it. I think they're trying to draw him off. Chargers are being disciplined, and they're going to take the delay game. They'll take the delay game, back them up, and Texans will punt. So, Jay, my question is, who's your favorite all-time Bills player? Favorite all-time? Andre Reed. Says the gulf of cheaper groceries. Yo. Oh, man. I'll answer one question about the topic we just had, and then we'll leave it alone. Says, Jay, what would you do if you ran for president? Universal healthcare. I feel like everyone deserves it. And if we're able to print money, then we should make sure that, our citizens are taken care of domestically. There you go. As we have kickoff back to the Chargers, fair catch. This will be taken here from the 7, it looks like, as it's 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Greenland, Canada, and Mexico will have their own NFL teams next season. I mean, hey. Shout out to you, George. Let's go. I appreciate you, bro. Also, quick shout out to Hot Rod Rogers for liking the stream. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to you, Fred Lucky, at the gym holding it down. Let's go. Get that burn. Do an extra set for me. You need it. I'm sure you do. It's after Thanksgiving and Christmas. Shout out to you, Fred Lucky. All right, here we go. As we get back to it, 1st and 10 for these Chargers. They're at the 8. As we're now in this second quarter, Herbert under center, Dobbins in the backfield. Texans showing a 4-man rush as they bring 5. Herbert throws to the middle. This will be caught. 12 yards for McConkey as he gets it going. 1st and 10 at the 20 now. Uh, yeah. Jay Blaze, man. Come Yo, stop. I'm sorry, y'all. Jay Blaze just came out with the haymaker. Caught me off guard. 1st and 10 for these Chargers. That is crazy. 1st and 10 for these Chargers. As Herbert under center, we have motion. Chargers in the I form. This is going to be a play fake. Herbert looking, throws right to the middle again. That's a wide open McConkey for another 15 yards. And that will be another Chargers first down. Tom says Josh Allen has quickly moved into my number 2 spot behind Thurman. How about another number 2 spot? They're now saying that Allen has dropped down to the runner-up, and Lamar Jackson is the front runner for MVP. How about that conversation? Shout out to Jeff, says Jay going to bring back Priyankada, number 1 priority. Here we go. Handoff left side, as that's going to be Dobbins picking up 6 yards on the play. It's now 2nd and 4 as these Chargers get to the 41. Brian, that is a major no. A major no. That would not happen. Whenever I hear McConkey, I think of Corky from the Trailer Park Boys. That's funny. Lamar, yeah, I mean, listen, it's definitely neck and neck between the two. But when we look at stats, it makes sense of why, they would say that Lamar's there. So I don't think it's anything to be mad or upset about. I think that's the reality of what it is, right? We'll let the people vote, and we're not going to know anything till the Super Bowl anyways. But that was the update that I just got, that Lamar Jackson is now ahead of Josh Allen for the MVP consideration. So 3rd and 4 here for these Chargers. They're at the 40 as we're at the 12-minute and 51 mark in this second quarter. Texans showing a blitz. They bring 5 as Herbert. Throw is going to be caught, but short. They're going to say he dropped it. Couldn't reel it in. It'll be 4th and 4 now, and it looks like Johnson is slow to get up. Looks like he's just trying to shake it off here. But 4th and 4, this will most likely lead to a punt back to the Texans. So Derrick Henry should get Lamar's MVP. It's like, you know what? Just give it to Derrick. Lamar's not worthy. He doesn't need to be 3-time MVP. But here we go. 4th and 4. Chargers will punt. And this will be a fair catch taken here at the 11 for the Texans with 12 minutes and 38 seconds here in the second quarter. Now, here's a question. Right here is a question. Actually, before we get into the question, this reminds me a little bit of last night, right? How the Ohio State and Texas game started. Ohio State scored, then it turned into a back and forth battle as the Texans get it back. So it looks just like that game, which is kind of funny. But on to the question. If you think about the situation with Lamar and gaining an all-star running back, superstar running back like Derrick Henry, how does that increase his effectiveness to throw the ball down the field? Right? Because he's been throwing way better. He's been throwing with more confidence. He's been throwing with more focus. And so, yeah, Derrick Henry has been phenomenal, but I think he's also helped Lamar Jackson elevate his own game. For sure. Shout out to Mark, says, to me, Lamar's eyes are too little far apart for the 3rd MVP of his career. Well, here's another one. I'll throw another question at you. How about the scenario of we're going to repeat things, right? 3-time MVP, 3-peat Super Bowl. Could this be a year of 3-peats? Is that the narrative? I'm just saying. It's kind of funny when you start trying to conjure up that script. That's all I'm saying. Tom says, I think Lamar deserved tons of praise, but don't think he's added more to his team than Josh. It's one of those situations where I think if you're a fan, right, you're always going to pull for, who you think should get it from your side. When you look at it a little unbiased, you obviously do look at it from all angles as far as, Lamar Jackson's increased performance. The Baltimore Ravens had their injury issues, chemistry issues, and then things kind of came together for Lamar. So yeah, you say, well, Josh Allen had nothing and then turned that into something. But for me, this is a situation where Lamar Jackson had to bounce back, right? Because I'm looking at it from an unbiased point of view. So I get why they're neck and neck in the MVP conversation. And then potentially why you could start to give Lamar the edge. But I do think that I said this before. After Josh Allen lost in that Rams game, that changed the narrative. Go back and look at the articles. Go back and look at, all the commentators and the analysts. The conversation for MVP changed after the Bills lost to the Rams. Because it looked like, okay, Josh Allen did all this, put up these historic numbers, and still couldn't win. And that's what led to, the shift in the conversation, because Lamar was actually starting to get back on everyone's radar. So there you go. But let's get back to it. As these Texans have the ball, 2nd and 8. 5 seconds on the play clock as we have motion. Stroud takes the snap, play action, looking, throws high, going for it all, and this was almost picked off. That's going to be 3rd and 8 at the Texans 14. The MVP is usually the same as AP first team, which is Lamar. We'll see. That's when Saquon was starting to be left out of the conversation. I agree. Scott Collet, what up, man? Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you. So yeah, like I said, if you just go back and the MVP conversation was kind of shut down too for Saquon because he wasn't given the opportunity to break Eric Dickerson's record. As Stroud looking, pressure, throws high, and that is picked off. That is going to be picked off. Chargers ball. This Chargers defense is balling, ladies and gentlemen, as that is going to be intercepted by Leonard at the Texans 41, and Stroud is not having a good game. He is not having a good game at all. This Chargers defense playing lights out, gets a pick, and they'll have it at the 41st and 10. I want Notre Dame gone for knocking out my dogs. That's going to be a good one too. We're going to be here for that on the 20th. So make sure you're here. It's going to be a hell of a game. I just had to split a few more sticks for the barbecue. I'm grateful to return with all my fingers and no burns. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to practice that, fire safety when you're out there barbecuing. For sure. No, he got both feet in. Says Chiefs fans just they just got a little worried. Yeah, from the angle I seen, he got both feet in. From the angle I seen, I don't think the Texans want to win. Dang, I don't think the Texans are gonna win. I don't think they want to win. That is crazy. How you made it to the playoffs and you don't want to win? That's wild. It hadn't been 2 minutes, and I said Stroud interception, a matter of time. There you go. What was Baltimore projected to do coming into the season? Win their division and contend for Super Bowl? What did Buff project? Third in division and missing playoffs. It's an easy argument, in my opinion, but I am biased. Like I said, when you're in the situation of being biased, you're gonna obviously lean to your player especially when they're in conversation for the MVP. So it's just how it goes. Michelle says they are tired and done. And, to me, I think unfortunately for Texas, they lost Tank Dell, and that was deflating for CJ Stroud mentally. And I'm hoping that, he's kind of gotten over that, and not in the sense of it doesn't matter, but, able to still perform down the road. Shout out to Jeff King coming through with the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Says, what amazes me is the statement Josh Allen lost this game. LOL, Josh Allen has done what he needs to. 13 seconds. Yeah, that was Josh's fault. Jeff, you're one of the few who know how I feel when it comes to that conversation. And I think the big problem is this. Whenever the league can find an opportunity to hate on a smaller franchise like the Bills, they will fully exploit it. Whether it's the Lions, the Bills, Cardinals, the league will find a way, as this is going to be thrown here, and that is now picked off by the Texans. Wow. Lassiter picks off Herbert, and I'm unsure why Herbert even threw this ball. Throws across his body, throws across the field, double coverage. I just don't get that one. Do you believe in Johnson that much to do that? Wow. All right. So Texans will have it now at their 10. I think that was a very bad throw and a bad decision by Herbert for sure. For sure. Yeah, this one's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Says update, only the Texas defense wants to win this game. So back-to-back picks, one on CJ Stroud and now one on Justin Herbert, as both defenses have been balling out. Without a doubt, as Stroud throws right side now, that's going to be caught, pickup of maybe 14. As Collins now on the move, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Texans 23. It was supposed to be Beyonce until they found out. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm not going there. Let's go. Here we go. 1st and 10. Moving forward as we hit the 11-minute mark here in the second quarter. Stroud directing traffic as the Chargers showing a 4-man rush. Coming off that edge here as Stroud takes the snap. Throw on a screen that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Quick shout out to you, Yolanda. I appreciate you showing the love over on Facebook. Let's go. Says throw another one. It's like throw another pick. So Michi catches this ball. I think he made a football play. Regardless, it was dropped and then picked up by a Texans player, but that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 as Stroud takes a snap here looking. Pressure comes. He goes down. And that is going to be a big loss. 8 yards, as that's Mack coming through like a train. Khalil Mack. Loss of 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and long now at the Texans 15. Khalil Mack making a nice move, cutting back through to the middle. CJ Stroud didn't see it coming, as it's now 3rd and 18. Here we go. Shout out to you, Lewis. This is tough. All right. 5 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 18 as Stroud looking. Throws right side. This will be caught, but well short of the first down. 4th and 8. Texans will punt away. Lewis, same name, JREASN on Facebook. Join the 5,000 members on Facebook, where we get all the other news there. If you don't catch it here on YouTube, do a lot of funny stuff over there as well. So yeah, lock it in. You guys are able to message me over there and stuff too. So add it up for sure. Right over there on Facebook. All right, so here we go. Kickoff back to the Chargers. And this will be taken here at the 26, 1st and 10. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in this second quarter. The Texans can use Dig right about now. Just when they need him the most. That's how things work out. Yeah, Diggs is hurt. Discord, we do have a Discord. We don't really use it though. If someone wants to contact me, it's normally through email or, through Facebook. I'll, send me a message, something like that. We got the Discord, but we won't really use it. Jay, how long have you been a YouTuber and how long have you been a Bills fan? So I've been a Bills fan my whole life. But we've been I started the YouTube thing and I've had my channel since 2006, but I started streaming in 2020, but I didn't take it serious until preseason 2021. So technically 5 years, but we're 4 seasons strong. Where I was like, okay, this is something that I want to do. I want to, talk about sports. I want to build a community. I want to have fun with it. And, 5 years later, here we are. So shout out to you guys. Mac and Bosa make a decent pressure set for sure. Without a doubt. Favorite college team, FSU. I'm ashamed to say it right now, but hey, FSU. Says, the glory days of giving any super chat a wrench. Wow. Mark, Mark took it way back. Man, we didn't do any super chat. You're not going to do me like that. It was a threshold. We had a threshold back in them days. It was a threshold for the super chat, and you got yourself a wrench. Eagles versus Bills Super Bowl, and you heard it here. All right, Demetrius, it's quite possible. A lot of different outcomes and scenarios for sure. We'll see. Michelle said at least $199. Back then, the wrenches were on discount. Now, the wrench is a prestige group of people that it's difficult to get into. Look at that. You see how the times change? Everybody can't be in the wrench gang. To be a part of the wrench gang, you got to be you got to be at a prestige level. You have to be loyal. You have to have been here and know the rules. Look at that. So here we go. 1st and 10, 9 minutes and 20 seconds here left in the second quarter. Score 6-0. And here we go. Chargers have the ball at the 25 as Herbert takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Dobbins left side and picks up a yard on the play. It's now 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Shout out to you guys. Almost 74,000 subscribers. Have we grown? Bills beat Eagles to start playing the NFC East back for all the 90s grief. Okay. We'll see. 2nd and 9 as we're now down to 8:48 in this second quarter. We have motion as Herbert play action throws left side to the flat. This would be caught, but excellent defense as that's going to be Lassiter bringing down Davis. Loss of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and 12 at the Chargers 23. Big hit for sure, Brian, as Lassiter came through like a rocket. Nice stop. Nice open field tackle. And here we go. Flint says, what up, yo? Good to see you. So CJ Stroud is scared to run the ball. We haven't seen him run it yet. We have not seen it yet. He does not look like himself for sure. As it's 3rd and 12, Herbert drops back, has all the time in the world, throws to the middle. This is going to be caught. Nice move by McConkey, picking up 19 yards. It's 1st and 10 at the Chargers 42. Shout out to you, Grace. Let's go. Says, hey, everyone. Wow, I think I started listening in 2021. I remember I was so happy to listen to a game on YouTube, and you called the games great. Shout out to you, Grace. OG, a part of the OG Wrench Gang, without a doubt. I think it was an Eagles game, if I'm not mistaken, because you are an Eagles fan, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to you, Grace. 1st and 10, as this is going to be a handoff here left side, and that is 2 yards for Dobbins, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. My memory's pretty good. It was an Eagles game. For sure. Robert says, and Jay, don't bet no more, so no one is getting their wrench like me, but I think I earned it after all that. Jets' big Monday night win and Aaron Rodgers' first win on 4 snaps. Thank you, Gibson, for that overtime return. Definitely an Eagles game. Yep. See, I got a really good memory. 2nd and 8, 4 years ago. Wow. 4 seconds on the play clock. Pressure as Herbert throws deep, and that is almost picked off, incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. What a throw. Elephant memory, great callbacks and better clapbacks for sure. Shout out to you, Michelle. It's funny because I remember, well, some of you remember, I didn't like the whole idea of having my face in front of a camera. First it was, the game audio and then my voice, and I would just react to the plays and things like that. As Herbert's in trouble here, throws incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 8 and lead to a punt. When I first started this, it was the game audio. I didn't show my face. All you got is my voice. And then I gained some confidence, right? Started showing my face with the game audio and my voice. And then obviously YouTube made the shift. I got my hand slapped, learned from that, had to follow the rules. And now this is what you get. So we grew during those 4 years. And it's been nothing but great. It's been nothing but great as Chargers will send it back to the Texans. Great punt, as this will be down here at the 1. And the Texans will be under some pressure to try and move that ball. So there you go. Quick little timeout, commercial break. Yeah. Without a doubt. Says your voice is okay. The singing though, listen, y'all know I ain't no singer. You know that. I don't even act like I'm a singer. Some of these people, they think they can sing. I ain't one of them people. I know I can't sing. I can harmonize, but I ain't about to be singing. I'll harmonize a quick tune as a joke and just leave it at that. Let's get to the poll here. We got 250 votes, 68% for the Chargers, holding it down as we have 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in this second quarter. Demetrius says, Jay, I'm mad about Lane Johnson being snubbed from first team All-Pro. Listen, there's going to be a lot of aggravated people this year because of who got picked for what. We'll be here for the award show, like we always are, and we'll be announcing it when it happens. And there's going to be a lot of people hemming and hawing about certain things, and that's just the reality of it. It's really unfortunate, but that's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. So there you go. That Texas defense is going to tire soon. Chargers with 15 minutes of possession. Cook not all pro is crazy. You got to make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. But it's just like I said earlier. Certain teams will get I'm not going to say what I want to say, but you know what I'm about to say. Certain teams will be overlooked, right? Certain teams will be overlooked, and because of those individuals that are on those teams, their accolades will be overlooked as well. no matter the performance. So we see it time and time again. And I'm not just talking about the Bills. I'm talking about other teams as well. Players and individuals definitely get the short end of the stick. And it's really unfortunate. So here we go. 1st and 10, 6:15 on the clock in this second quarter before halftime. 1st and 10 at the goal line for the Texans here as Stroud under center. And they'll go with the handoff here. Cuts right side, trying to break a tackle, but now stuck. This will be Mixon for 6 yards. It's now 2nd and 4 at the Texans 7. Shout out to you, Michelle. Says, got to consider that there's a lot of really good skill position players in the AFC. Sure. But you don't think Cook's one of them? I'm just saying, you don't think Cook's one of them? 2nd and 4. Here we go. As we have motion. Play action. Herbert in trouble. Rolls right. Throws high. Incomplete. That would have been a safety if he did not get rid of it. As this will lead to 3rd and 4 at the Texans 7. So at this point, right, you don't want to give up anything deep. And they're trying to say that no one was over there. And I'm thinking here, it looks like, was he out of the pocket? Yeah, he rolled left. Yeah, he's out of that pocket. It looks like Harbaugh wanted an intentional grounding, but he was out of the pocket. So here we go, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock as Stroud looking, throws left side. That's going to be caught. And this will be 5 yards for Collins. It's now 1st and 10 at the Texans 13. We're down to 5 minutes and some change here in this second quarter. Both pro and college team made playoffs. How are they paying the refs? Cook should be running back too. Okay. Well, what are we talking about here now? Make it make sense. Why should Cook be running back too? I can't wait to hear this one. 1st and 10 as Stroud under center. And this will be a handoff to Mixon left side, makes a play, but gets taken down for about 4 yards. It's now 2nd down. 2nd down. Then we get to throw Saquon in the convo as well. Why do they keep picking Josh for the Pro Bowl when they know he won't participate? I mean, listen, they said that Josh isn't going to participate because he'll be at the Super Bowl. That's what they were saying. As this is going to be caught here for Mechie, 7 yards in the play. It's now 1st and 10 at the Texans 23. So now the Texans are moving the ball, right? Stroud's getting it going. Finding some chemistry, finding some confidence, as this will be another 1st down for the Texans. Saquon is number 1, and they only get the best at each position for all pro selections. All right. So here we go. 1st and 10. We're down to 3 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock and rolling. 4 seconds on the play clock. Pressure. As Stroud rolls right, throws high, almost picked off. He is throwing some scary balls out here today. 2nd and 10, as this will be 3 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. Shout out to you, Jeff. We got a lot of time now. We got a lot of time. What up, Sassy? Good to see you. Good to see you. A little Saturday afternoon playoff action, 6-0 with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. Texans have the ball, 2nd and 10. Chargers have 88 passing yards. Texans have 66. That shows you how much offense has been played in this game. As Stroud in trouble, throw is going to be caught, but there's a flag. There is a flag, and I'm thinking this is going to be holding on the Texans here. We'll see. So the flag will be on, it looks like, the Texans for tripping. That's going to be tripping, as that's called on Howard. So that's going to back up the Texans to the 12, 2nd and 21. And yeah, it doesn't look like he tripped him though. I guess he had a leg going up like that. You can't do that, Howard. You cannot do that. I see you, Jeff. We still got some quarters left. 2nd and 21 as Stroud throws right side to the flat. That's going to be caught here about 5 yards. 5 yards for Stover, as this is now 3rd and 16 at the Texans 17. Second half shootout on the way. Texans 30, Chargers 27. Okay. As far as right now, you definitely want to try and put up any kind of points that you can, as the Chargers did receive the ball first. So this ball is going to be fumbled. It's fumbled on the snap, and Stroud picks it up, luckily throws it, and that's going to be caught. What a catch. And this series of events, my goodness, what a pass to Hutchinson. You have got to be kidding me. The snap was fumbled. Stroud picks it up, rolls right under pressure, finds Hutchinson for a 40-yard play. What a pass. What a pass. I know some of you are sleeping away. Well, there you go. It's time to wake up. It is time to wake up. That was a hell of a play. We hit the 2-minute warning. Quick little timeout commercial break. That is the CJ Stroud that we all know and what he's capable of. And that was a hell of a play. There it is. Ward says touchdown coming. We'll see. David, what up, man? Says finally off work. Couldn't wait to be here. Let's go. Mark says maybe you fumble the snap more often. It's like, if you're going to do that, just fumble it more often. Wakey. Eggs and bakey. Strong defense wins this game. Meme says fumble more. You're not going to get that every time now. Fortunately, he was able to, focus and grab that ball, because it could have went the other way. It could have been scoop and score for the Chargers. So there you go. Quick little commercial break. We're in a timeout, 2-minute warning. Shout out to you guys. As for the likes, we are currently at 148. We need two more likes, 2 more thumbs up to get to that 150. So make sure you guys hit that like, that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us on this Saturday afternoon. Next up is going to be the Steelers and Ravens. I will be streaming that game as well, so you don't have to go anywhere. Doubleheader today. The playoffs. You shouldn't be able to throw after a fumble. Come on, NFL. What? Why? Why not? Don't be fooled, my friend. It's still over. All right. Listen, I mean, I gave the Chargers the edge, but it ain't gonna be easy. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. We'll see though. We're here for it. It's not over till it's over. Fuentes says Ravens for the win. It sounds accurate. There's a lot of people that are doubting though. There's a lot of people saying that Steelers defense may be able to slow down Lamar and Henry, and that may create a problem. We shall see. So it is 1st and 10 at the Chargers 49 after the huge play by Stroud and Hutchinson, as we come back here from the 2-minute warning. It's just Chargers going to Charger. Yeah. All right. Coming back from the 2-minute warning, 1st and 10 at the 49 for these Texans. Can they finally cash in? They've struggled to get down the field. Biggest play of the game just happened. Here we go. 1st and 10. Stroud takes the snap. Chargers bring 4. Quick throw to the middle. That's caught and dropped. But refs will say incomplete. Dalton Schultz caught that ball, turned and dropped it. Let's look at the tape. Show us the tape. That's a catch. One step. It's incomplete. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. It was very close. If he would have taken one more step, that was a fumble. Here we go. 2nd and 10. 15 seconds on the play clock as we have motion. Chargers with 4 at the rush there, as it's going to be a play action. Pressure, looking. Quick, high throw. That's going to be caught. Right side, still going all the way down to about the 13. 37 yards, Nico Collins. 1st and 10, Texans, ladies and gentlemen. Texans. Steelers definitely has a chance. This is the NFL. Like I said, Russell Wilson, right? Which one are you going to get? Which Russell Wilson are you going to get? If you get the, Seahawks, I know I don't have, all my talent. I'm not as mobile, but I'm going to go out here and play with my IQ. You'll get a good Russell Wilson. But here we go. 2 seconds on the play clock. They go with the handoff here, and that is a stop, a big stop. Looks like loss of a yard, as that leads to 2nd and 11. I think it was a fumble. He had possession and was making a football move. Like I said, I think it was close. He made that turn. Unfortunately, that second step didn't happen, and I think that's what the refs look for, right? They look for that second step, and unfortunately, it wasn't there. So, no fumble. They'll call it incomplete. 2nd and 11. We're down to 1:05 on the clock. Texans trying to strike and make it a 1-point game, as we have a timeout here called by the Chargers. Running back outside with his turkey leg. Not the turkey leg. Turkey legs are pretty good, yo. You just gotta know how the ones that fall off the bone, perfectly seasoned, or the smothered turkey legs. Here we go. And I'm not even like a big fan of gravy, but the smothered turkey legs. 2nd and 11. Here we go as Stroud takes the snap, throws right side, incomplete. Try to get it to Woods. Good defense by Hart. It's now 3rd and 11 at the Chargers 13. What about the Renaissance Fair turkey leg? Shout out to you, Face on Fire. Where they had the super big turkey. Disney World. Ridiculous turkey legs, and the price is ridiculous too. But definitely turkey leg was ridiculous. But here we go, 3rd and 11. 3 seconds on the play clock. As we have pressure, quick throw on a slant. That's going to be caught. Walk in, touchdown. And that's Collins for 13 yards, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have ourselves a game. Got ourselves a game tied at 6 apiece, pending the extra point with 58 seconds left on the clock. It took a while, but Stroud got this team down the field with the help of Hutchinson and a couple more plays, and Nico Collins for the 13-yard touchdown, as now the Texans will strike. The medieval times. Big Booth says this game is horrible and boring. Well, it's the playoffs. Defensive game, back and forth. Extra point is up. It's good. Score is now 7-6. Every game isn't going to, have huge scoring and, a ton of big plays. This is the playoffs. Both teams nervous. Both teams have, a decent defense. So, it's not going to be one of those fast-paced games. So, After controlling 98% of the first half, Chargers are down by 1. We got a new game. Jeff says it's still over. Even though they're losing by 1, it's still over. Josh Hawkins says, I need the Texans. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a good game for a playoff game, right? If this was a regular season game, then yeah, what's going on here. This is a playoff game. This is what it's supposed to be. So I think it's going good. It's good. I've seen worse. Where's Dallas? Not Wendy throwing the Dallas fans under the bus. They don't even got nothing to do with this game. My goodness. DBs are people too. This game is awesome, right? DBs matter. So here we go. 58 seconds on the clock left in the second quarter. And the Texans will be sending it back to the Chargers. Here we go. As it will be a touchback. They'll take it from the 30. First and 10. Shout out to you guys. We're currently at 156 likes as we keep it going. Shout out to each and every one of you for rocking with us. 58 seconds left on the clock in this second quarter. First and 10 at the 30 for the Chargers. And we'll see if they can add to their score and get something going. Dallas ain't here, man. Text 713, what up? Good to see you. Here we go. First and 10. 15 seconds on the play clock. Herbert back in the shotgun as Texans bring 4. Herbert looking, steps up, throw is broken up, incomplete. Second and 10. Says, come on now. The Bills would be entertaining us if it was them playing. Considering how good that Broncos defense is, I wouldn't be surprised if the game is just like this tomorrow. Prepare yourselves. Go into that game with no expectations. That's what I've been telling people. Everyone's scared or nervous or they think something's going to happen. Just go into it with no expectations and have a good time. Here we go. Second and 10. 5 seconds on the play clock. Herbert looking. Pressure. In trouble. No, gets rid of it all the way down the field, and he overthrows it. He had a wide open McConkey. McConkey had him beat, but unfortunately that ball was overthrown by Herbert. It's now 3rd and 10. 45 seconds on the clock. Says, yeah, don't expect super high scores. It's the playoffs, since usually defense really steps up along with weather and conditions. Exactly. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 30 for the Chargers, 45 seconds on the clock. As I'm sure Herbert's trying to get something on the board to go into the halftime with. Here we go. 3rd and 10. What do you draw up here? As looks like the Chargers will call a timeout. They have one left. Homemade lasagna. Let's go. Homemade lasagna. Says I walked away and what happened? Yeah, Nico Collins 13-yard touchdown. Nico Collins. So we're in a quick little timeout commercial break. 3rd and 10. Score is 7-6. Texans up by 1 after the Nico Collins touchdown. And here we go. 45 seconds left in the second. Herbert is not ready. He would have won us the Natty for Oregon. He still isn't ready yet. It's tough to say that. To be in this kind of situation, to have this opportunity, I think he is ready. I think he just has to find the will to win. Shout out to you, Patty. Good to see you. Herbert in trouble, rolling right, throws down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th and 10. This will lead to a punt. 39 seconds on the clock. I think Herbert's ready. He just has to find the will to win, right? I don't think until you're in this kind of situation, right? Until you're in a significant game, you're in a significant moment. This ball actually should have been caught. Unfortunately, it was not. as the Chargers punt it off. This will be taken from the 22 and brought back to the 32, 1st and 10. I don't think it's until you get to this certain point in your career and come into a game like this is where your will is tested, right? Your mental is tested. Everything for a quarterback like Herbert comes out in this kind of game. So can you rise to the occasion, right? You may be ready, but you still have that little feeling in your stomach that you're going to have to shake off and overcome to win this game. So here we go, 1st and 10. As we have motion 4 on the rush, quick throw left side. That's going to be caught a couple yards in the play as it's now 2nd and 6 after the catch by Mechie. 22 seconds on the clock, 2nd down. Steve says, I have a friend who was a Bills fan, but for some reason became a Texans fan. Believe I've been writing. All right, Steve, come on now. Since the game started, we got to add a pause in the middle of that. That's funny though. Switching from the Bills to the Texans, that's interesting. All right, 2nd and 6. As Stroud takes a snap here, looking on the run, keeps it himself, still going all the way down to the 40. That is a huge run, 27 yards for Stroud as he gets all the way down to the Chargers 37. 1st and 10. Ward says, yeehaw. 13 seconds left. Texans do have 2 timeouts. What a great run by Stroud. Someone said, hey, we hadn't seen Stroud run yet. Well, there you go. 27 yards. And now he's starting to find his edge. He's starting to put the team on his back and make it happen as they'll get down to the 37, 1st and 10. Tyrone says, get 3. Okay. I feel like the refs are not even trying as I don't know what just happened there, but come on now. Says, I feel like the refs are not even trying to win this. Did anyone tell them that it's the playoffs? Did anybody tell the refs that this is the playoffs? Do they know what's going on? How important this game is? So here we go. 1st and 10, 13 seconds on the clock. Texans trying to secure some more points before the half. Here we go. As Stroud back in the shotgun. They go with the handoff here, left side. That will be Mixon picking up 5. And another quick timeout. 9 seconds on the clock. 2nd down. Says, I have a dishpan of hot soapy water to wash the beer mugs in just to throw shade. My old lady just washed a greasy pan in it. You better hope she's not listening. She keeping receipts. Dallas at home cleaning up their TVs off the floor. That is crazy. He said they're still cleaning up those TVs. 2nd and 5. 9 seconds on the clock here. As Texans have one more timeout before the half. Here we go. 2nd and 5. As Stroud quick throw on a slant. This is caught. Last timeout used. And 6 seconds on the clock. So at this point, you're going to kick the field goal, right? Pretty sure you're going to kick the field goal. Shout out to you, Darth. 6 seconds, bring out the field goal team, kick that field goal, right? Here we go. Couples who do dishes together stay together. I agree. Use it as a bonding time, right? Yeah. Do some dishes together, bond over that grease. Bond over that old oil. All right, here we go. As the Texans will kick a field goal here with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. Score is now 10-6 with 3 seconds left in the second quarter. Kick the damn ball. You guys know. Cat Daddy, what up, man? Says I'm really late. It's all good. Better late than never. I know there's a lot of people who are kind of, they got stuff going on and it's a little early. They'll come in the second half, but I think everybody's definitely going to be tuned in for Baltimore, as we'll be streaming that one later as well. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can stick around, and you'll be sent right over to that stream when this one is done. We're streaming both today. It's our playoff double header. So shout out to you guys. Here we go. Robert says, agreed. She washes and I dry. Nice. Meat Mechanic says, I want to see a pick six. All right now. We'll see. Dak Prescott made me believe I can do better. That's crazy. Using somebody else's failures as a learning experience and being successful. Here it is. Kickoff back to the Chargers, as this will be taken out of the end zone. Hits that right side and will go down immediately. And that takes us to halftime. All right, scores 10-6. Texans have the lead going into halftime. They'll also have the ball and to start the second half. So quick little timeout. I'll be back shortly as we prepare for the second half. Shout out to you guys. Commercial break.
I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah, the feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. System feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away.
Yeah. DJ Gene is playing a dangerous game that I don't want to play. He is playing probably one of the most dangerous games that you can play as a man. As we get back to it, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready here for this second half. DJ Gene said, I just went in for a beer. The old lady said something about my beer belly. I asked her if she needed help dyeing her grays. Don't ever do that, gentlemen. Don't ever do that to your woman. That'll be a fight that'll last for weeks. So just don't do it. DJ Gene's got some interesting stuff going on there for sure. All right, you guys. Score is 10-6. We're getting ready for the second half. It feels like it's been such a long day. Started a little early, got some stuff done. Obviously had to go out and snow blow and all that kind of stuff. We got a few inches of snow on the ground, so I had to clear the sidewalks. Salt the sidewalks as well. Make sure that snow doesn't turn into ice. Snow blowed, salted, did all that good stuff. And then got some food. I tried to take a nap before the game. That didn't work. Midday naps are tough. Just because of, the house and the movements and stuff like that. And then I had that nice meal. That kind of gave me the itis. But I just did a little workout. And we're ready for this second half. Shout out to Fletcher. Good to see all the way from Freeport, Bahamas. Let's go. So Jay got all the barbecue. Gonna end up eating a knuckle sandwich. You better go apologize. Let's go. Says, are you blue ribbon from the county fair? You guys are crazy. All right. As far as likes go, the Chargers are still holding down the polls. 319 votes. And Chargers at 65%, Texans at 35%. Even though the Chargers are up by 4, score is currently 10-6. As we get back to it, the Texans will start with the ball in this second half. As far as likes go, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently at 166. Our next goal is 200. If you have not, make sure that you hit that like, hit that thumbs up so we can get to our next goal. I do appreciate the love and support. We need 33 more likes, 33 more thumbs up to get to that 200 mark. Ciablo 14 says not happy with that score. Chargers plus 3.5. I seen 3, but I'm sure that the spread changed right before the game. I seen it as 3. It was at 2.5, 2.5. So yeah, I'm sure at this point they've got it, 3.5, potentially 4, depending on what book you use. But here we go. As the Chargers will send it back to the Texans, it's going to be a touchback, and they'll take it from the 30 here, 1st and 10, as we start the third quarter. I don't eat till halftime. See, I don't like to rush, right? I want to eat, relax, and enjoy my food. If I ate at halftime, I've done that before. Like, we'll be streaming the games, and I'll go eat during halftime, and I'm like rushing, and then when I come back, I've got the heartburn and the indigestion, and y'all don't know about it, but I'm just fighting through it for the next hour. So I'll eat before the game, and because eating for through halftime for me just doesn't work with what I do. But here we go. Handoff left side here. This is going to be about 4 yards, maybe 5 on the carry as Mixon gets it going. It's now 2nd and 5 here at the 35. Quick shout out to Josiah Turner for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Says I was watching that game and a big time Niners fan, so just trust he is a wreck. All right. 2nd and 5 for Stroud and company as Collins motions. They go back to the handoff. No gain on the run as Ford brings Mixon down immediately. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now at the Texans 35. So can these Chargers get a good stop here, get the ball back, and try and gain some momentum back? 3rd down and 5. Followed up with Tums, preemptive medicine for heartburn. Yeah, I try to stay away from that kind of stuff, and I know I should use it, but I normally just let it subside on its own for the most part. But here we go. 3rd and 5. As Stroud looking, throws to the middle. That is caught. What a catch. In traffic, breaking tackles, still going and fighting. Will get all the way down to the Chargers 24. 1st and 10. Nico Collins with the Jets for 41 yards. And that is a huge Texans first down. Says, what are you guys talking about? I got Texans +3 and went down to 2.5. Yeah, some people had the Chargers, Robert. Some people had the other side of that bet. Jay cut out any kind of pepper or peppers for a week. Heartburn gone. Need to reset. Yeah, I'm fine now. But like I was just saying previously in the past, if I ate during halftime, it ended up bad. But here we go. Toss to the right side out to the flat, and there's going to be a flag down. They're saying the ball came out, and they will say that it's Chargers ball. Wow. You have got to be kidding me. There's also a flag down in the field, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, but it looks like for right now, this is the Chargers ball. Holding, and it's going to be on the offense, but that will be Chargers ball. My goodness. This is a big problem. These Texans are having such a big problem protecting the ball. Protecting the ball. It was punched out and recovered by the Chargers. Protect the ball, Texans. There's been so many situations where either it was a drop pass or a fumble situation, and once again, they lose the ball to the Chargers as they'll have it now at their 26, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Quick shout out to DJ Gene coming through with the $2 super chat. This is Jay Reason Barbecue and Acid Fund. That's a good start, DJ Gene. I appreciate you. Meat's a little expensive these days, but every little bit helps. I appreciate you, DJ Gene. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the $2 donation. Here we go. 1st and 10. Tyrone, it's bad. This is bad. Shout out to Riley, says, who do you think is going to win the MVP? Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Who do you think? For me, it's a toss-up right now. It's really hard to say because I think they're both right there. They both deserve it as well. As Herbert throws right side, this is going to be caught here by McConkey, and he'll get a first down. There's also a penalty. Oh, my goodness. McConkey gets 17 yards on the play, and there was a face mask at the end of it, so add on to that, and you're going to push these Chargers all the way down to the 42, 1st and 10. This is not good. A lot of problems, a lot of issues, a lot of bad decision-making on both sides of the field for the Texans, and now the Chargers are back within threatening territory at the 42 here of the Texans, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Yeah, it was punched out. It was punched out. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Chargers as Edwards in the backfield. Herbert under center. Texans showing a 4-man rush as Herbert changes the play. Takes a snap. They go with the run. Right side fighting, trying to get a good block there. That's 4 yards for Edwards as it's now 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Harbaugh is decent at halftime speeches, it looks like. Right? Get him fired up. Get him ready to go. As it's now 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Was 2 fumbles and an interception? Wild. So we're down to 11 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds on the play clock as McConkey motions. They go back to Edwards right up the gut. He picks up another 4, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. D's going to get it right back? I'm not sure. I think at this point, the Chargers may get some points out of this and not waste the possession. We'll see here. Shouts at Crunchy says, good job, McConkey. 1.5 yards away from winning my bet. He'll definitely get those 1.5 for sure. Riley, without a doubt, I am ready for tomorrow. 3rd and 2. As they go to the handoff here, Edwards gets taken down by Al-Shaair. That's going to be no gain on the run. 4th and 2 at the 34. What do you do here, Harbaugh? Field goal makes it a 1-point game. It's 4th and 2 at the 34. What do you do here? Do you trust your kicker or no? That's the question. As they are not going to kick it. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2. 7 seconds on the play clock. And here we go. As Herbert play fake, drops back, throws right side, and it's caught, but it's short. Turnover on downs. Bad call. Bad call. Wasted possession after the fumble. Take the points. Wow. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Take the points. Make it a 1-point game. Absolutely insane. Timeout commercial break, and that'll also take us to 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Take the 3. Herbert throws short when you need 3 yards. Throws it out to the flat. Defense closes out. There you go. Says, I don't know if 51 yards is a long field goal. It's 4th and 3. You take that field goal. This ain't the regular season. You take that field goal. 51 yards, your kicker should be able to kick 51 yards. But hey, I mean, the kid's got the name for a reason, right? Dicker the kicker. We'll kick the damn ball. It's 51 yards. Kick that ball. Says it could go wide right though. I mean, it could be turnover downs too. It looks like they should have went for that kick. So I got a Bills shirt for Christmas. Let's go. Shout out to you, Riley. Very nice. Very nice. D Breeze, what up, yo? Says put in that work. You know it. You know it without a doubt. Bass, question mark. Yo. We'll see Bass tomorrow. I kind of don't want to see Bass tomorrow, but unfortunately, we'll see him tomorrow, and we'll go through the problems of him. Quick shout out to Alan for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Alan. Says, "Let's go Texans." Brazilian here watching from Hong Kong. Wow. Okay. Shout out to you, Alan. Let's go, man. All right. Welcome to the channel. The truth says neither of these teams look like they can win in the next round. I mean, I think you look at it from a point of how this game was planned out, right? How it's being coached, who's showing up and who's not. It's almost weird to say it, but I feel like both these teams are kind of scared, right? Both these teams are kind of, searching for a solution to find some chemistry for things to just work. And for Herbert, right, he throws it to the right side. He thinks that, Johnson's going to pick up that first down there, and unfortunately, he's not able to break free. So any other time, maybe he would have got it, but this Texans defense has been playing strong. As Stroud here is going to run and slide, he picks up about 7, maybe 6, It's now 2nd and 4 at the Texans 41. So, says if Bosa and Mac have good games, this team could win against anyone. I agree with that. Without a doubt, I agree. I wouldn't trust Commanders kicker with 51 yards. A lot of people are worried about their kickers in these playoffs. But here we go, 2nd and 4 as Stroud under center. Play fake throws left side now, and that's going to be caught. Nice little first down there. 7 yards for Collins, as it's now 1st and 10 at the Texans 48. Base player says, hey, Jay, when I search NFL live stream, your channel does not show up. YouTube needs to fix that. YouTube's kind of weird. I mean, I know there's a lot of people streaming right now, but that is inexcusable. So let me see here real quick before we get back to it. I mean, it's quite very possible that the algorithm is on some stuff. As a quick throw here to Schultz. No, I apologize. That's going to be Stover. 11 yards in the play as it's 1st and 10 now at the Chargers 41. Let's see in the search. No, we're there. Number 4 down. We're there. So, yeah, YouTube's showing the love today. They're showing the love. I think it really just depends. You know, as far as the time and the search and what they're trying to show, but that's the name of the game. Here we go. 4 seconds on the play clock. Quick throw to the left side again, as this is Stover one more time for 7 yards. Also, there's an injury here for the Chargers, and we'll have to take an injury timeout. Quick commercial break, 7:48 left on the clock. Timeout. Earlier, yeah, so what they'll do is we normally don't stream on Saturdays, right? So when you've been on YouTube for a while, what YouTube does is they make like a kind of like a profile for you. And so if they know that you stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, they know to promote your streams on those days. When you start getting outside of the box, like kind of what we did yesterday on a Friday by streaming a college game, they're like, okay, we know you stream college games, but we're not used to this on a Friday. And so then they base all the factors and, you know, make sure that it's actually you streaming and all that kind of stuff. It's weird how it works, but it's a science to it. And so they say, all right, you know, you've had people watching you for this many minutes. We can go ahead and promote, you know, your video or your stream more. And then like today, they're like, okay, it's Saturday. You haven't been streaming NFL games on a Saturday. So we're going to take our time with promoting the stream. But tomorrow, they know what we do on Sunday. So that's how it goes. Timeout, commercial break. That's just the quick and fast way of explaining it for you. Says, do you have any boxing? Yeah, we're going to do the Canelo and Crawford fight. Alvarez Crawford. So definitely excited for that. And that will be as soon as, I think they already made it the date, so I got to go back and check. But yeah, we're definitely going to be streaming that. Lewis says, wow, what did Stroud eat that he is back on fire? Had him a nice little pep talk. Without a doubt. Says a lot of streams are being flagged for no reason in the last week. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't affect us. In fact, it actually helps us because all of the bots and all the garbage, like as you see, like the bot channels come through and all this other stuff, those are just fake channels. There's people who make thousands of fake channels to promote their scam website, and then they spam actual live streams in YouTube that are actually talking about the game. It's insane. It's so insane to me. Because nobody even goes to those sites from those streams. And if they do, they're a fool because it's a scam. They're looking to just take your information, and you're not going to be able to watch the game. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But Lewis says, who do you like, Ravens or Steelers? I'm thinking Ravens. I think it's going to be a good one, but I'm thinking Ravens. So, head coach boxing tournament, who wins? That'd be hilarious. A little celebrity boxing, head coach boxing. Who's on the card? As this is going to be a handoff here, left side, Mixon breaking through 15 yards, first down, and now these Texans are down to the Chargers 19, 1st and 10 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds and rolling on the clock. Mike McDaniel. What? Oh man, that's funny. Here we go. DJ Jean, they don't want to see that, man. They don't want to see that. That would be bad for business. People would be so upset with me if that happened. As this is going to be another run here, left side, but there's a flag. As Mixon does get a first down, but there's going to be a flag for holding, and it'll bring the Texans back to the 29. It's 1st and 20. As Ward says, 7 coming, 7's on the way. Chargers giving Texans too many chances. I agree. And then to not take the field goal to make it a 1-point game. That would be like Tyson and Paul. I think it'd be better than Tyson and Paul. Without a doubt. I think Alvarez and Crawford will be bigger than Tyson and Paul. For sure. Canelo definitely brings numbers. Here we go. 15 seconds on the play clock. Texans are at the 25, 1st and 15. As Stroud takes a snap, pressure, looking, throws high, going for the end zone, and it is picked off. It is picked off in the end zone, ladies and gentlemen. He's still going. This play hasn't been blown dead. As he gets all the way back down to the 40. No flags. Let's roll the tape. All right, so in the end zone, going to Schultz. That ball is picked off. Ooh, I don't know. It looked a little shaky at the end. We got to make sure he got it. And I think he's got control. And this will be, it's going to be Chargers ball. Wow. 50-50 ball. And it gets picked off. After seeing the Tyson fight, I just wanted to see more of that Amanda Serrano. She was, man. That fight was the best fight of the night. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 2 was the best fight of the night. So without a doubt, she's got a next fight coming. Or if there's a Katie Taylor Serrano 3, we definitely on top of that. For sure. Ravens 9.5. That was the spread. I was fine with it. Now Flowers is gone, so I know that kind of changes things, but I think that should still be fine. So let's see what happens here. As Warren says, Jay looking in. I think it's going to be confirmed. Because even if the ball hit the ground, as long as you have control, that's all that matters. And he had control. So this I'm 98% sure this is Chargers ball. He had it. He had control of it. You know, the ball can touch the ground as long as you have it. So, Hulk Hogan versus Elon Musk. What? That's crazy. Chargers 0 points off 4 turnovers. Air out. Make it make sense, right? 0 points off of 4 turnovers. It's crazy. 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third. Shout out to you guys. 234 viewers. 181 likes. We're almost at 200. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Shout out to you guys as we need 18 more likes to get to that 200 mark. So you're saying there's a chance. I mean, there's always a chance, right? It's a 4-point game. Chargers defense is playing lights out, even up until this point, right? You would think they've gotten tired by now, but they're still out there balling. And I think they're trying to give Herbert the opportunity to get it together. Now you got to play a little aggressive, right? You can't be conservative at this point. You chose to go for it on 4th and 3 and not take the points and make it a 1-point game. Now potentially you'll get the ball back. You got to be aggressive. You got to catch them off guard. You got to be aggressive. Cat Daddy, we didn't reach the 1,000. We reached the 500, but we didn't get to the 1,000. And Jerry won. Jerry won the 25 cash giveaway. Says, and after the puck, no one tackles him. After the pick, rather. All right, so we're still getting to this quick commercial break. Yeah. DJ Jean's giving us a neighborhood sauce. He's like, yo, the cops is rolling up on the neighbors. I hope it's my neighbors. Better check on the ring cam, see what's going on. Quick timeout commercial break. DJ Jean's got some crazy stuff going on. So let's see what we're doing here. As like I said, I think this ball was picked off. And ooh, okay. Yeah, I see it now at a different angle. It looks like he may have not had control. Yeah. He starts to lose control when that ball hits the ground. Rolls off of his arm at this angle. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna not be an interception. But the problem is you still have that other flag. There was an unsportsmanlike conduct flag on the Texans. So either way, they get backed up. So scratch the interception. And it looks like this will still be Texans ball. So shout out to you, Wonderful. Not everyone can do a Dan Gamble. Not everybody can be Dan Gamble. All right, so now it's 2nd and 30, though, after the flag. So they're backed way up to the Chargers 39 here. And it's 2nd and a mile. So we'll have to see what they do. So no interception. Where it's like, I told you, Jay. I told you it wasn't a pick. Listen, I seen it from a different angle, man. Calm down. I didn't see it from that angle until now. All right, so here we go. 30, 2nd and 30, 6 minutes and 51 seconds left in this third quarter as Stroud takes the snap. Pressure comes, and he is going to run right side. And there's another flag. There's a flag for holding on the offense. It's now 2nd and 40. Texans backed up to the 49. Wow. Chad says, who are the Bills playing tomorrow and who is home? Just asking. Bills are at home versus the Broncos. Right, Mark? I said 98%. The 2% was right. When you see it at that different angle, you see the ball move, and that's where you start to see, okay, yeah, he didn't have full control. But here we go. It's 2nd and 40. 2nd and 40 as we have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third quarter and rolling. Stroud backed way up here, and we'll see if they try to go conservative or try to go back down the field as pressure comes, high throw, right side. This will be caught, but there is also a flag which will negate that pass because of the wow. So the flag was already thrown before the pass, and that will just be 5 yards back for the Texans. It's now 2nd and 35 as the Chargers move up to the 44. 1 p.m., Robert. Game's at 1 p.m. This game is making me dizzy. I agree. 2nd and 40, and some idiot jumps off sides. Here we go. 2nd and 35 now. 2nd and 35. 16 on the clock as Stroud under center. Backpedals. Looks right. Checks it down. That's going to be caught. Pickup of 13 yards for Mixon as it's now 3rd and 22 at the 31. So what do you do here, right? Do you just run the ball, try and get some more yards, make it easier for your kicker? Or are you going to air it out? Try and hit the end zone. Shout out to you, Amanda. This is Go Pack Go. It says, look all the way on the last page of the playbook for 2nd and 40. All the way back there. So here we go. 3rd and 22 as Stroud in the shotgun. 5 seconds on the play clock. Quick pass on a slant. This will be caught here by Johnson for 12 yards. Is now 4th and 10 at the 19. And you will kick a field goal here. You will have to settle for that. And it will potentially be 13-6. Shout out to you, Tech 713. As Me Mechanics says, take the 3, and that's what they will do. They'll try to take the 3 here as Fairbairn comes out to kick the ball. Playoff doubleheader. Shout out to you, Sassy. As we'll have the Steelers and Ravens after this. You don't have to go anywhere. Make sure you stick around. Kick is up. It is good. Score is now 13-6. Texans holding down the lead. So now at this point, right, if the Chargers can get back down the field and score a touchdown, you want to go for 2. Right? No, you're not going to go for 2. You're going to score it and kick the extra point and tie it up. What they should have did is taken that field goal and made it a 1-point game, but that's another story. Says, I wanted to ask how many Bills games you go to, and did you ever go to a heavy snow game? I've lost count. I've been, to a lot of Bills games over the last 30, 35 years. Snow game, yeah. Yeah, I haven't went to a really crazy one, but I've been to a snow game where like snow was coming down. But it wasn't super crazy. But yeah, I've been. For sure. Randy says tonight's game is on Amazon Prime, which I don't like that. I didn't have a chance to talk about it with you guys. I've been super busy. But that was one thing that I didn't like about these playoffs. You put this game obviously on, CBS and Paramount, and then you put a playoff game like the Steelers and the Ravens on Amazon. What are they doing? I really feel like these playoff games should be on local channels and available for the public. And now when you put it on Amazon Prime only, you basically force people to not only have to sign up for Prime, but it leaves out all the people who obviously can't afford it and don't have access to Amazon. And before someone says, well, why don't everyone should have Amazon Prime? Everyone don't have Amazon Prime. Everybody don't need 2-day shipping. Some people like to go, shop at the mall, shop at brick and mortar stores. So, some people don't like the Amazon truck pulling up at their house. So, shout out to you, Shelly. Let's go. Said I live in MD, so I get to see it on TV. Okay, nice. Says I don't like these syndicated games. Weird, right? So the question is, will the old Russell be playing or almost out of the pasture, Wilson? Almost out to the pasture. It's a good question. It's a good question for sure. I always have complaints with Amazon with big events like Netflix kills the stream as well. And that, that's a problem because we're hoping that we don't see a situation where it's buffering, problems. We didn't have those issues on cable. Now all of a sudden everyone has these kind of issues as far as in a streaming service when we've moved on and moved forward with all this technology. It's a problem, and it's something that we will eventually address. Shout out to you, Joe, for the $10 super chat donation. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Says Jay, happy you are streaming tonight. I think the playoffs are wide open. Any team can win. 100% agree with the channel opinion. Yeah. Like I said, it just doesn't make any sense of why they would do that. And it's really unfortunate because you're leaving out, your core audience, your core market. If you grew up watching NFL, if you grew up watching these games, playoffs, Super Bowl, you've most likely watched them on a local channel, and you didn't have to pay for it. Even if you didn't have cable, you had your bunny ears, you had your antenna, you got to watch these playoff games. And, the NFL makes their money off of the ad revenue. They make their money from the networks. Handing it over to Amazon, handing a playoff game over to Amazon is definitely pure greed. 100%. But back to it. Here we go. 2nd and 10. 15 seconds on the play clock. We're down to 4 minutes left in this third quarter as the Texans show a 4-man rush. We have motion. Herbert takes the snap, pressure, looking, throws right side. That's going to be caught. Gets a nice block. And maybe gets about 4 yards. That ball comes out, but it is recovered by the Chargers, as this will be 4 yards for Davis. 3rd and 6. Starting to wonder why the ref ain't blow that play dead after he was touched. But hey, 3rd and 6. Wendy says, I don't have Prime and don't like them doing that. We are their fan base, so okay. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to you, man. This is Let's Go LA. All right. Air Out says 150 for cable. How many channels you need, bro? 3rd and 6 as Herbert's in the shotgun. Texans bring 5. Pressure, and Herbert will go down as that is a loss of 6 yards. It's now 4th and 12, and these Chargers will end up punting it away. This is absolutely not looking good for Herbert. Holding on to the ball too much, taking too long to go through those progressions, and he gets taken down by Autry, and that's a 6-yard loss and will lead to a 3-and-out Chargers punt. Shante, what up? What's going on with you? Good to see you. TN says playoff game for Amazon this year, next year prime time, and playoff game for Netflix. Well, Netflix had the Christmas game, right? So you go from Peacock to Amazon to Netflix. What's the other one? Next will probably be Hulu, right? You're going to have all these streaming services to get these games, and it's starting to get a little annoying. It's just a little bit. I mean, I obviously have all of them, so I can, do this for you guys and we can enjoy the games together, but it is annoying. I got to go back through and know which services are coming through off which day and off which card, and it's ridiculous. But here we go. 1st and 10, handoff left side, plenty of space, and we'll get about 5 on the carry as Mixon gets going on the run. It's now 2nd and 5 at the Texans 42. Says you don't need Prime to watch the game. It's on Twitch. It's still an Amazon product. Amazon's getting paid somehow, some way. Starlink satellite, $180 per month. I heard Starlink's pretty good though. But here we go. 2nd and 5. 8 seconds on the play clock. Mixon in the backfield. They go with the handoff, and pressure comes, and that is going to be a stop in the backfield as Jefferson breaks through that line, brings down Mixon, loss of 4. It's now 3rd and 9 at the Texans 38. Free to non-cable users. Well, there you go. Shade says, I have the Texans winning because I just don't trust Herbert in the playoffs. I've been hearing that a lot. People don't trust Herbert in the playoffs. Okay. As it's 3rd and 9, minute 16 on the clock left in the third quarter. And here we go. As we have motion. Stroud under pressure, steps up, throws short. That's going to be caught, but it'll be 4th and 3 at the Texans 44, and this will lead to a punt. And there you go. Good defensive stop as the Chargers defense keeping them in it. Herbert's going to have to find a way to score. Herbert's going to have to find a way to get down this field as we have a minute left in this 38 seconds left in this third quarter. Shout out to you, Gary. Without a doubt. Jeffrey, what up, man? Philippines in the building. Let's go. Shout out to the Philippines in the house. As the Texans will punt it away. And this will be down at the, it looks like the 28. 28, 1st and 10. Wendy says, all pay channels. I'm not going to be pushed around to spend because they want me to. It's shady. Yeah. I mean, I think what last season I bought that one playoff game that was on Peacock. And it was ridiculous. I never used Peacock again. And I know some of you love Peacock, but I don't watch anything on Peacock, right? So it's like there's this specific game that we're going to stream. Now I have to pay for this, and then we stream it, and I don't use it again. Unless obviously I have to get it again. So it's wild. It's wild. But what are you going to do? We'll just have to keep it going. Keep it going. So here we go. 1st and 10 as McConkey motions. 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Herbert trying to put something together as he will take the snap here. Pressure comes. Texans bring 4. High throw, picked off, and this is a walk-in touchdown. Pick 6. Texans. Wow. And just when you thought that Herbert would try and get it together, unfortunately, this game may be too much for him. Wow. This game may be too much for him. Maybe the lights are too bright. Unfortunately, it was a little high for McConkey. It went right through his hands. I don't know if you can put that on Justin because it went right through McConkey's hands, and it got picked off for the touchdown. Really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Extra point. It's up. It's good. Score is now 20-6. Score is now 20-6. And it's starting to get down to the wire. Starting to get down to the wire. Amanda says, that's why. Yeah, I mean, that ball went right through McConkey's hands. So I don't know how much of that we can put on Justin Herbert because it was there for McConkey. And unfortunately, that's the kind of situation that gets thrown on Herbert because you say, well, it was a little high, right? It was a little high, but it went straight through McConkey's hands. He did touch it, and the ball was wobbly after it went through his hands, and unfortunately, I think it, was in perfect position to be intercepted. So there you go. There you go. 20-6. 22-6. Texans fans, they're starting to get a little excited. As that's your score, 20-6. Shout out to you, Corbin. Shout out to you guys. Says I voted for the Texans. I also have Pittsburgh over the Ravens. Could it be the reverse, right? Could it be a situation where we think this is going to happen and the total opposite does, right? The majority thinks that the Chargers would win. I had the Chargers. Not afraid to say it. I did give them the edge, but like I did say, if they were going to win, it wouldn't be easy. And now these Texans are showing resilience and strength and have the lead at 20-6. Shout out to you, Joe, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Says I have every streaming service, just canceled Fubo because I couldn't pick up the last couple Bills games. NFL is too greedy. Non-local fans shafted. Yeah, I agree. Joe. It's bad. It's bad. And if you have all the streaming services, then you know that we're spending 1998 cable money, 2002 cable money. It's terrible. It's terrible. But right now, it would seem that the Chargers have that old oil as the score is 20-6. 13 seconds here on the clock left in this third quarter. They go with the handoff right side, as this will be 1 yard on the play, and it'll lead to the end of the third quarter, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. Greed for sure. Greed for sure. Without a doubt. Shout out to Alan. Says, by the way, sending good energy and praying for LA because of the fires. Keep safe, everyone. Yes, prayers up for everyone in LA dealing with the fires right now. Hearts go out to you. Shout out to Nicole. Says, Jay, do you think Texans are finally using their AI models? I can't bet against them knowing they have live data. Nicole, I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been? Let's take a little history break here. So Nicole is the only individual that I know in the past 4 years, and I'm thinking maybe even 3 years ago, brought this AI model to my attention. No one else has brought it to my attention besides Nicole. She pops in every now and then. It's been a while, but she follows these AI models, and they're pretty good. They're pretty accurate, and it's really wild because this was before AI blew up and everybody thinks of it is what it is now. But this was kind of like, hey, there's already been these AI models existed for teams within the NFL. So something to pay attention to. Shout out to you, Nicole. I see you. Good to see you back. It's literally impossible for the Chargers to lose this game. Listen, when it starts going a little wild, that's when Tech 713 pops up with the impossible speeches. It is literally impossible for the Chargers to lose this game. Says I'm good. A lot of things going on, but I'm back for the playoffs. Shout out to you, Nicole. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope everything is going good for you. Says LA needs help. Freaking horrible. Listen, Justin Herbert's going to have to figure it out. No one else is going to do it for him. He is going to have to figure it out. Right? Stop looking down. Get those lights out of your face. Focus, move the ball. And if you need to run. If you need to mix it up. I think he's not improvising. And so Harbaugh is going to kind of have to, release the chains here, I think, for him to be able to really get things going. So Chargers are about to go back to San Diego. All right, y'all, here we go. Imagine cooking chicken over a burnt building. What? That's crazy. 2nd and 8. Here we go. As Herbert takes a snap here, pressure, quick throw right side. That's McConkey. Gets it for 10 yards. That's going to be 1st and 10 now at the Chargers 42 as we start this fourth quarter. Skynet and Starlink has taken over. That's a J hologram. You can't take over this kind of passion and commitment and soul. That's the one thing that AI can never recreate, a soul. So here we go. First car. Forward tempo. 1st and 10 as Herbert throws high left side. That's going to be caught. That is what you want to see. Good throw, good catch, accuracy. 19 yards from McConkey as the Chargers get down to the 19. 1st and 10. I apologize. The 39. 1st and 10. I was just so excited to see a good pass for once. 19 yards on the catch as they get down to the 39. Here we go. Herbert throwing right side, picked off. Oh my goodness. Picked off once again. Little step there, still going, and gets taken down at the 12. Oh. Somebody call the doctor. Herbert has thrown another pick that almost turned into 6. My goodness. Disley bobbles the ball in the air and it gets picked off. This is nasty work. Nasty work. Wow. Tough. This is tough. You get something good going. You think everything's going to work for you this time, and then Disley bobbles that ball and it gets picked off. So now 1st and 10 for the Texans with 13 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock here at the 13. And here we go. As this is going to be a handoff, right side, plenty of space. 9 yards on the carry. It's now 2nd and 1 as Mixon fighting through, trying to get to that goal line. 2nd and 1 at the Chargers 4. And this may turn into a big hole for the Chargers to try and dig out of. Mike says, I'm out of here. I'm going fishing. Shout out to you, Michelle. Says LA has bad karma. It's tough. Stranger things have happened in the fourth quarter. The Houston defense is playing lights out. A lot of luck involved as well, though, as this is going to be blown dead. Let's see what's going on here. Gemini says Chargers are in trouble. Yes, they are. So it's 2nd and 1. There's a stoppage in play. I don't know why. There's no flags on the field. I'm assuming maybe a clock issue. So we're in a quick little timeout here. Says D'Amico Ryan, a former Eagle, winning is in his blood. All right. I love him, but this is not good. Houston about to score. Dang. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It does not look good for the Chargers. And unfortunately, you start to question the decision-making as far as for the offense. That's what you start to question. Shout out to Joseph. What up, man? You know, the offensive coordinating, the play calls. But then also on the flip side, it's like when everything gets going, someone bobbles a ball. Someone, doesn't make a catch and it gets picked off. How much of that can you really put on Justin Herbert? As it's going to be 2nd and 1. Pressure comes, and that is going to be a sack. Loss of 8 yards. Khalil Mack breaking through as it's now 3rd and 9. The Texans push back to the Chargers 12. Shout out to you, Joseph. What up, man? Yeah, late to the show, but I don't like what I see. I don't like it either. I had the Chargers being a little bit more dominant than this, right? I obviously didn't say that I thought that they would just completely win out, but I definitely thought it would be a little closer than what it is. Really surprised by this Texans defense. It's 20-6. It's currently 3 and 9 as well, or 3 and 9 with 2 seconds on the play clock as pressure comes. Herbert throws incomplete, and this will lead to another field goal for the Texans, as they'll try to make it 23-6 with 12 minutes and 7 seconds left in this fourth quarter. This is Vegas going to lose some money today, right? That, what was it, plus 260? If I'm not correct, plus 260? I see you, Jeff. I see what you did there. Shout out to you, Nicole. Says crossing my fingers, parlay Texas spread versus Chargers, Ravens spread versus Steelers, Bills money line. As this field goal is up, it is good. Scores 23-6. Says Commanders spread versus Buccaneers, Vikings money line versus Rams. That's a lot. That's a lot of action there for sure. Without a doubt. But hey, 23-6, 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and this looks kind of interesting. Quick question: how much do we think that Brock Purdy is going to get for his contract extension? I said between 25 to 40. Some people are saying 50 to 55. I mean, are we at the point where Brock Purdy should be the highest paid quarterback in the league? Is that where we are? As we get to this quick timeout commercial break, we dropped a video on it, and I said between 25 to 40, and some people are saying 55 to 60. Let me know what you think in the chat. Brock Purdy, what's he going to get on his contract? What are they going to give him? And what is he worth? That's the question. Turn the game off. 6-0 comeback, 6-23. What's going on? Scott? A lot of bad football from the wide receivers on the Chargers. Mr. Kojak says 40-ish. Okay. Quick shout out to DJ R 1985 for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Low end 30, high 45. Right? That's what I said. I said 25 to 40 max. That's what I said. 25 to 40 max. I think that's respectable. 25 too low, 60 too high. All right, so 40. Right? 40. Randy says, no, absolutely not. Shante says Brock Purdy is worth 42. All right, so right around the 40. Okay. Lori says 32. Right in that bracket. So I think we're on the same page. I think 40, right? I said 25 to 40. That's what I think the worth is. But he's obviously going to get what his agent can get. Probably right around 40. Right around 40. I would be very surprised if he gets anywhere near 50 million or over that. I would be very surprised. So, Houston owes it to their defense. It's a much different game. Had they not held the Chargers to field goals and forced all that for good field position. I agree. Harbaugh dropped the ball. That's going to be the headline on Monday morning. If the Chargers lose this game. They'll get it back here. It's going to be a touchback. They'll take it to the 30, 1st and 10. Yeah. If the Chargers do lose this game, when we have our morning show, that will be the title. Harbaugh dropped the ball. Derek Carr, 40 a year. You really want to get into that conversation? The Saints gave Derek Carr $40 million. Who else is down there with him? You got a lot of people you got to pay on them 49ers. But here we go. 1st and 10 for the Chargers as Herbert's in the shotgun. And right now you're playing aggressive. You're going to play fast and try and get down this field and get some points. As pressure comes, he goes down. That is a 7-yard sack, ladies and gentlemen.
Emotional damage.
I didn't want to have to hit it, but I had to hit it. 7-yard sack. It's 2nd and 17. And this is looking like a nightmare. This is absolutely looking like a nightmare right now. As Herbert in trouble again. He goes down again. That's 2 sacks in a row. Huge sacks. As now it's going to be about 3rd and 25, 3rd and 26. That's a loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd and 26. Take him out the game. Wave the white flag. Take him out. Coach, get him out of there. This is bad. This is looking real bad. I hate to see it. I hate to see this right now. This is the absolute worst that you could have expected for Herbert today. As pressure comes, Herbert throws right side. That's caught. That is caught. What a play by McConkey for the touchdown. This is insane. This is absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hitting the wrong buttons and everything. Wow. You have got to be kidding me. To bounce back after 2 huge sacks, throws a laser to McConkey. He gets down the field. That is a huge 86-yard touchdown after 2 sacks. Justin Herbert said, "Don't count me out yet. Give me a shot." And finds McConkey, who catches it for an 86-yard touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a ball game. We got ourselves a ball game. Had me hitting the FX for the boys. Kicked the field goal, and the field goal was blocked, y'all. And now it is being ran down the field the other way. It's being ran down the field the other way. Is this 2? I think he downed that block kick. I think this will be 2. But I no. It's 25-12. Oh my goodness. The field goal was blocked. Dicker pushed it down instead of catching it, and now the ball was picked up and ran in for 2 points. 25-12. 25-12. Robert says this is a playoff play, but too little, too late, Jay, without a doubt. Too little, too late. 25-12. 10 minutes and 38 seconds left. You need a miracle now, right? You need a miracle. And at this point, you're definitely going to need something to happen. You're going to need something to happen. So yeah. Wow. D says this is that Chiefs witchcraft. Listen, this is the Texans playing strong playoff football. This is how I see it. Texans playing strong playoff football. And, at this point, it's a 13-point game. So you're going to need 2 stops. You're going to need 2 scores, 2-possession game. You've got the time. You got 3 timeouts. Obviously, you've seen some light. Obviously, you see that you can do it. Maybe that touchdown gave Herbert the confidence that he needs to try and string some things together. Or maybe the defense can make a play. But it could be too little too late, as they say. We'll see. We shall see. Jeffrey says, boink again, learning from Tyler Bass. Tyler misses. He barely gets the kicks blocked. He gets the misses. That block was a tragedy because it turned into points, unfortunately. Wild Card weekend. Shout out to you, Sassy. Remember, Texans are scheduled to get the ball back. So defense has got to do something. It says, what kind of witchcraft is at work here? Why wouldn't you go for 2 to keep it a 1 possession if you managed the 2 points, since 1 point couldn't be close to 1 score game? I said the same thing. It would have made sense to go for 2. They didn't. I don't know what's going on with Harbaugh's coaching right now, but I think the question is, are you playing to not lose instead of playing to win? Because that's what it seems like. You got to play to win. You got to be aggressive. Go for the 2, right? Get your defense fired up. Hopefully they can get a stop. Come down the field, score again. You need to be way more aggressive with your coaching right now. And I get there's still a lot of time. You got your timeouts, but that clock's going to be a ticking soon. And I could definitely see the Texans probably going with the run game to try and, keep this clock moving. So you will have a couple more opportunities here, but you got to take advantage of them fast. For sure. Where Joe Gabriel Stool at? Who got it? All right, y'all. So the Texans will be getting the ball back after the kick here. And it's going to be, they're going to take it out. They're going to take it out and get back to the 25. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Mark says, Jay, what was your prediction on this game? Yeah, I picked LA as well. LA had the advantage. LA had the advantage in Vegas. All the analysts picked LA. Just because, on paper, the Chargers looked really good. And so I think what you're seeing right now is a stronger defense than what was expected coming into this game. And they're capitalizing on the mistakes. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Texans as we have motion. Play fake, throws right side to the flat, and this will be caught for about 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Shout out to John. Says, I'm loving it from Crockett, Texas. Population 6,950. Let's go. Shout out to John holding down the small town in Texas. All right. Fuentes says Vegas is about to be wrong. Well, then a lot of people's going to get paid because those Texans odds were really nice. They were really nice because the Chargers had the advantage. J0, what up, man? Says blocked extra point and a 2 point to the return equals emotional damage. As they go with the handoff here, right side picks up the first down and some, as this will be 7 yards in the carry for Mixon. Texans will get to the 38, and this clock's rolling. This clock is rolling. I picked the Chargers. I will stand by that. Listen, without a doubt, we don't go back on our picks, right? We don't go back on our picks. Win, lose, or draw. We stand on our picks and our decisions, and that's why we give the analysis and the insight for it. So we have winners, we have losers, but at the end of the day, if you stick by it, that's just the reality of it. Nobody likes people who switch. You started off the game saying the Chargers. Now you're like, oh, I picked the Texans. As this is going to be a run right side here, another 7 yards for Mixon. That'll lead to 2nd and 3. Clock still rolling. 8 minutes and 57 mark as Harbaugh going off right now. Going off on the defense. Trying to get him fired up. Trying to get him fired up. So here we go. Here we go. Chargers are trying to bankrupt Vegas because they hate the Raiders that much. Wow. What a take. What a take. Here we go. 2nd and 4. As Stroud under center, 5 seconds on the play clock. Handoff to Mixon. Cuts back in the middle, and that will be a gain of 2. It's now 3rd and 1. 3rd and a long one. Settle down. Watch the ticker. 8 minutes and some change. 3rd and 1. Can the defense get a stop here? You need it. You need it. You get a stop here, get the ball back. Maybe you can make something happen. As we're just under the 8-minute mark now with 15 seconds on the play clock. And here we go. I mean, you're pretty sure it's going to be a run, but you don't want to give up anything out in the flat or in the middle. So here we go. 3rd and 1. Hand off, and they'll get it. Another first down. 6 yards for Mixon. As it's now 1st and 10. No flags. And, at this point, you think, you'd bring those safeties down into the box there. And, wide hole in the middle. Shout out to Christopher with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate you. 7 seconds or 7 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock and rolling. 1st and 10 as they go back to the handoff here. Mixon gets a couple. And it's now 2nd and 8 as we're under the 7-minute mark now. Clock is rolling. Shout out to you, Jerry. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got you covered as well. Nick says the game ain't over yet. I think if the Texans score again, that may wrap this thing up. That's what I'm thinking. Randy, yeah, I'm doing the next game. You guys don't have to go anywhere. Just stick around. We'll get you over to that next stream. It's already set up and ready to go. They go back to the handoff. That is a stop. Finally, this defense makes a play as it'll be a loss of about 2. It's now 3rd and 10 at the Chargers 47. 6 minutes on the clock and rolling. It's starting to get to that point where you look at it like, okay, we need to speed this thing up here if we're going to make it happen. But like I said, I think if the Texans score, it's not going to be in in the light. There's not going to be light at the end of the tunnel for these Chargers. Here we go. Third and 10. As Stroud looking, rolls left on the run, keeps it himself, slides, picks up the first down. No, they're going to say he's short. They'll say he got 9. It's 4th and 1. He rolled. He didn't slide. And he was untouched. So I'm confused by this one. Or was he touched? Yeah, I think he was touched. Okay. Yeah, he was touched. Got to look at it from the other angle here. I need a close-up. I don't know if he touched him. Can we get a close-up? I mean, they're saying that he was touched. So Ryan is going to throw the challenge flag. And we'll see if this is actually a first down or not. Right now, as it stands, it's a 4th and 1. And he may have been touched. And then down by contact. So that's why it could be a 4th and 1. It looks like the thigh may have been touched. But I need to see another angle here. The replay is too fast. Can we do a super slow-mo upstairs? Is that possible? Or do you guys not want me to see the play? So it's marked short. Texans are going to challenge. We'll see how this goes. Peter says next first should be it. Probably you need 2 more first downs. You need 2 more first downs for, I think, it to really be it. Bosa needs to make a play. I agree. But let's see. All right, so the challenge is a no-go. It will be 4th and 1 at the Chargers 38, so what do you do here? I mean, you're probably, you're definitely out of field goal position, so you're going to go for it. But this could be a good opportunity for the Chargers if they can get a stop. Just don't jump that line. Don't jump that line. Yeah, I think he touched him as well. Yeah. Only the strong survive. Yep. Just stick around and you'll be directed right over to the Steelers-Ravens stream. So you don't have to go anywhere. Ravens-Steelers will be next. You don't have to go anywhere. So it's 4th and 1, 4:48 on the clock. Right now, you're telling your defense, stay down, stay disciplined, don't jump. Don't give them an easy first down. Stay down, stay disciplined, don't jump. This could be a significant stop if you can get it. 4:48 on the clock left in the fourth quarter. It's 4th and 1 here at the 38. And here we go. So they will jump. Stroud's going to keep it, gets the first down. There you go. Making it look easy. Light work in this 13-point game, 25-12, and clock is rolling. Says, of course not. It's the Chargers. I think at the end of the day, when we go back and we look at the tape, we're going to see Herbert not playing to his full potential. Then we're also going to look at the fact of some of these throws and interceptions weren't his fault. And I think that, the defense of the Texans was just ready. They were ready. And I think Harbaugh was outcoached. The Chargers weren't prepared as far as, to play mistake-free football. And, Mixon now with a nice run, good stiff arm, gets these Texans down to the 24, 1st and 10, clock at 3:58. So, quick shout out to Timothy. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for liking the stream. Let's go. This was an easy game to pick. Not so much. you look at Justin Herbert and his talent and, McConkey and Dobbins and what was available in his tool set. I think the moment became bigger than him. I think it was Wendy who says he wasn't ready. I think there may be some semblance to that. Or maybe he is ready and this just isn't his moment, unfortunately. CJ Stroud was having his struggles towards the end of the season, lost Tank Dell. And so now you're looking at it from a point of, CJ Stroud going out here and finding a way to win. Without a doubt. The ball to Will Dissly was not his fault. Without a doubt, it wasn't. 100%. It was not. It was not. Me Mechanic, you all right, bro? That sounds like what somebody would say that picked the Chargers. No, that's just how you would explain how this game is going, whether you pick the Chargers or not. If you go listen to Stephen A. Smith, you go listen to any other these analysts, you're going to hear the same kind of story. You'll hear the same kind of story. It says, what's Buffalo have to do to beat Denver? What do you expect from the defense? The expectations for the Bills defense. Stop Bo Nix from throwing the deep ball, and you win the game. As this is going to be a run here, right side. No gains, 2nd and 10 now at the Chargers 26. And the Chargers will use a timeout, stops the clock at 3:58. Yeah, you stop Bo Nix from, throwing the deep ball. You contain him. You bring that pressure. The game should be a breeze. Should be a breeze. I didn't say it would be a breeze. I said it should be. The problem, too, is on the other side, you got that defense that loves to get to the quarterback and pressure the quarterback. And, having the most sacks in the NFL, that's something to, definitely talk about. But on the flip side, you've got an offensive line that doesn't allow Josh Allen to get sacked. So I think it's going to come down more so to what the Bills defense can do to contain Bo Nix. Shout out to Reese Money for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. We will find out how legit Denver's defense ranking is. For sure. For sure. So, Jay, tomorrow I got those Bills and a Josh Allen anytime touchdown. I already put it in. Let's go. Kincaid and Knox, huge. They definitely need huge games. So, 2nd and 9. 3:58 on the clock. Texans looking like on their way to advance, barring a miracle for these Chargers. And here we go. As Stroud under center, this is going to be a handoff. Right side gets stopped for maybe a gain of a yard as it's 3rd and 9. And now the Chargers will take another timeout. Stops the clock at 3:52 on 3rd and 9. So Steelers and Ravens should be a better match. I mean, yeah, it's Steelers and the Ravens, right? I mean, this is one that we've been looking forward to. And you got Russell Wilson, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Derrick Henry, you got Harris, TJ Watt in that defense. There's a lot. There's a lot that, riding on these Ravens and Steelers as well. And, everyone's swaying over to the Ravens. It's almost an easy pick. Are we going to run into the same kind of situation that we're looking at now with the Texans and the Chargers? We'll see. So 3rd and 9, 3:52 on the clock left in the 4th. And here we go. As Stroud calls for motion, they go with the handoff. Left side diving, going to be short as Chargers will use their last time out at 3:47. It's going to be 4th and 1. So at this point, you kick a field goal. And you probably have this out of reach. Says, I pray for miracle tonight and hope Lamar chokes once again, but I stayed away from betting that game. Man, I'm excited for it. I'll tell you that. What is it? 7:43. They're trying to stretch this thing to 8 o'clock. I need to stretch my legs before we get into that game. So we need to hurry this up. If the Chargers going to do something, you got to do it now. And then obviously you're going to do an onside kick. So how that goes probably depends on how the game will end. Buffalo probably plays Baltimore. Like I've been saying, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And at the end of the day, the Bills will most likely have to go through the Ravens and then Kansas City. As this is going to be a run left side here, touchdown. Joe Mixon, 17 yards, and that's going to lead to 31-12. And this thing's out of reach. This thing is absolutely out of reach with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. And unfortunately, I think this is how the Chargers postseason run ends, with Joe Mixon finishing it off. Wow. AFC North, hope the ambulance has snow tires on. Says they should bust out the Bills due for Bo Nix's arrival. We have to beat the Broncos first, without a doubt. You played the Broncos with confidence and dominance, and you deflate them in the beginning of the game. You don't keep them around. You don't let them have a chance to adjust and figure things out. You dominate and you deflate their confidence. That stadium's going to be so loud that Bo Nix won't be able to hear the play calls. And I think at the end of the day, the Bills should be walking out of Highmark Stadium looking forward to the next round. So there you go. Going to have to beat the number one AFC twice, the number one NFC twice to win the first modern era championship. Go Bills. I agree. You've already done it, but can you do it when it matters? And that's where we are. That is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, 7:45. I got to stretch this left knee. My left knee has been killing me. 3:42. Texans will send it back to the Chargers. And we'll see how this goes. Shout out to you, Jeffrey. Kick is off. And this will be a touchback. Chargers will take it here from the 31st and 10. I can't see the Broncos coming to Buffalo and coming out with a win. There's a lot of people talking. There's a lot of people talking, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of Broncos fans are riding a high horse, and I've been kind of just chilling out, right? I've been kind of just letting them have their moment, because I think at the end of the day, it's a good feeling, right? I get it. Bills were also once there. Other teams were also once there. They've been getting a little bit of a size themselves. This is going to be caught here, and it'll be second and about 1 as the clock rolls past 3:28. Shout out to you, Wendy Lee. Jeffrey, you never know. Never know. This is going to be incomplete to Johnson. Can't hold on, and that's been the theme of the night. The ball's right in your hands. You just can't reel it in. This leads to an incomplete 3rd and 1, 3:18 on the clock. Shout out to you, Cat Daddy. Says, take a break, Jay. Go ahead and switch it over. We can chat with each other. Yeah, I'm just going to wait till the Texans get the ball back, and then we'll wrap it up here for you guys. But this was a first down run, so that may not happen. So that's going to be across the line, 1st and 10, clock down to 3 minutes. I mean, I should probably have about 10 minutes to stretch and everything, so we'll be good. We'll be good. 1st and 10, clock rolling, Herbert, pressure, quick throw, incomplete. As it's now 2nd and 10. 2:55 on the clock. Harbaugh brothers losing tonight. That would be crazy. Imagine that headline. Oh, we would have so much to talk about Monday morning. If both Harbaugh brothers lose in the first round of the playoffs on the same day, oh my goodness. That would be a nightmare. But here we go, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. As Herbert takes the snap, pressure, looking, throws high, and this is picked off. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is picked off. And that will most definitely be ball game. There it is. So with that said, current score is 32-12. There is a little bit of time left. But like I said, I got to get a quick break in. This game's over. We're going to wrap this up. Score is 32-12. Once the stream ends, you'll automatically go over to the Steelers-Ravens. Give me a little while to get rehydrated, stretch out these legs. I'll be ready for the Ravens game with you guys. And there it is. Texans moving on. Congratulations to the Texans fans and the team. There it is. Shout out to you guys. We're going to get the other stream going, so make sure you stick around. You don't have to go anywhere.